It's absolutely worth the seeing, but that one time I was covering my eyes because I just couldn't stand it. It's such a beautiful thing.
No.
And then ego, Big Dick Jackoff has to come in and strut his hairy balls all over the place. And I was like, I'm leaving. And I was like, I'm done. So,
That's
yeah.
cool because it all
I'm
ends
going
up
to
good.
turn it over to you to be the host so you can do all the stuff. Is that what we did last
Cool.
time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Even if we
here
didn't,
we
just
go.
do it.
I did. And then I also, I'm going to record it in speaker mode, so whoever's on speaking comes up on the camera instead of the little tiny ones in the corner and such.
Cool.
So that was a suggestion we have to do that.
Yeah, because you did that last time halfway through, and that was cool.
Halfway through. I was like,
Yeah,
maybe I
when it
should
was
do this.
Daniel, you're like, oh, gotta put this guy on speaker view. Oh my gosh, look at what you guys have all the dragons.
I can't even see. I see what
It's the two-headed one from.
Yeah, that's Barf and Belch. that's their name, literally from
what's else we got? Oh my God, that looks like a Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, that's Copernicus. We call him Copper. Tommy loves this. He loves it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Keep that inner kid alive.
And here comes Luna.
Oh my gosh. Wait, who's that?
That's Luna.
From?
My Little Pony.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
Oh, Stefan's here. Good. And Stefan.
I know, we got two Stefans.
Hello. 21. Hi.
Svetlana is here. Yay.
Philip.
Jezebel's got.
Svetlana. Good. Nicole. Wow. Cool. George. YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
What's up, guys?
What up?
Here.
All right, gonna refill.
Here you go, Tommy.
Aww.
And he's sitting on eggs. He's in it like it's like a geode with eggs in it. Yeah, cool. Us and all our toys. It says you got to grow up. Never. It is very
Peter
cute.
Pan had it right, didn't he?
Yeah. I used to have a cat named Peter Pan because he had dwarfism. And so he at 5 years old, he still looked like a kitten. He had these little short legs and he was tiny little thing. So he was Peter Pan. He was the little boy that never grew up. And he was so cute. And unfortunately, dwarfism tends to come with problems. He didn't make it beyond 6 years old, but oh my God, he was so cute.
That was 6 years of being that, right?
I know. 6 years of just, he was 2 pounds when he passed away. That's as big as he got. 2 pounds.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Angie.
Hi, guys.
And Bianca looks wide awake, doesn't she? She looks fresh.
Fresh. Exciting.
Is it hot down there? We got the fog. It's cold.
No. Nice to see y'all.
Good to see you, Bianca. Thanks for coming, darling.
Foxglad's here. George is
here. Morning.
Good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
There you go. Sing. Somebody sing. Somebody had a nice voice there. Who was that?
It wasn't me. I love to sing, but it's, yeah.
Yes, Bianca, I will give you permission to record. Go.
Guys, about the recording, I am going to post this up on YouTube, and you can just download it straight from YouTube. But if you want to record yourself, you can do that. And all you have to do is request to record, and then Kristen will turn you on.
In every way I can.
Wow. Yeah. We just went there.
Yeah, we went there. B's turned on already. That's good. Corey's doing her stretches. Go, girl, go. Nice to see ya.
There's Angie. Hi, Angie. Thanks for coming, darling.
Hey, Angel.
Angel, it's nice to see you, but where's the one we really want to see?
Oh, yeah. We love you.
Yeah.
Ra.
Where's Ra? Oh, she can't hear us yet.
Angie, can you hear us?
Me, yeah, I can hear you.
No, not Angie.
Not
Angel.
Angie, Angel. But Angie loves
Angel.
hearing you.
Angel, can you hear us?
Like,
Yeah.
Can you show Ra?
she's like,
She's like,
all
son
you
of a
love
bitch.
me for. You only love me for Rod.
You only love me for my baby bra. You don't
That's
love me
right.
for me.
Nope. We only was. Oh my gosh.
Yay!
You know that's the only reason I watch your videos, Roxy.
Yeah.
That right there in the background.
Want to say hi? Want to wave?
Yay!
A web
Wave.
cast right now. I'm
Oh,
interested.
he's not quite awake either. He's kind of looking like Bianca. He's like,
Yeah.
He's adorable.
I know. I just want to wrap him up in a tortilla, put a little salsa on him. And those lips. Those lips. Oh my God. Hi. Oh my God. He's so cute. Yeah, I'm
Sweet.
ready to be a grandma. I'm ready.
Aw.
Hmm.
All right. So let's say we're ready. We're about 7 minutes after, and people will pop in when they pop in. So you want to go ahead and mute everyone, Kristen, and then I'll unmute myself?
Looks like, yeah, we'll just do it easy.
Yeah, do it the
Do it the easy way. There we go. Right on.
all right. Cool. All right. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming to the live Q&A. We're going to do this every second Saturday of each month. You know, just gets a few ideas out there, a little co-creation, little questions, and whoever's in the moment with us, it's going to, you know, be pertinent to you, you know, because you came to that moment, and there's always something wonderful there. And then we're just a whole bunch of gods getting together to shoot the shit. Just keep it that way, you know. We're not any greater or less than each other. We're just here to have some fun. So, yeah, questions and answer. I'm sure O's going to come in, and we'll go from there. Sly will be here. And I think, who was it, Kristen? Kim? Was it Kim? I haven't seen her yet.
That wanted to talk with Jane.
Jane.
Yeah,
So
I'll
Jane
send,
might come through, so we'll see about that.
I'll send her a message.
And yeah, see if she wants to come and play in the reindeer games. And I think that's about it. I will put it into the chat, guys, my website at Odyssey of Ascension. And there's a donate button. Yeah, it's really cool. You hit it, and you can donate. Oh, wow. Is there on the front page. And there's also, if you ever want to book a session with me, you can go to the services part and book a session. But, you know, I'm really easygoing about answering questions, you know, live or email or something. It's not about that idea. It's about ascending ourselves. Fucking epic. So feel free to do what you as choose. And when questions come up, you raise your hand. And if, Kristen, you can tell them how to raise your hand instead of going like that.
Oh, that was more fun.
No.
Down under participants. You guys, I have managed participants, so I don't have what you have. What does yours say, Roxy? It should say under participants. What does it say?
Participants.
Okay.
What do you mean? What does it say?
Okay, so under participants, if you click on it down at the bottom,
Oh,
it should say raise your hand. Yeah. See, mine doesn't say the same thing yours says right now.
Right. Yeah, because you're now running the show. So yeah, if you click that button, it says participants and has a number 25 down at the bottom. There's right in the middle, it says mute me, raise hand, and reclaim host. Well, that's for me. But yeah. Raise hand is the idea, and it'll come up on your little window, and then she'll get you in order to answer the questions.
It makes it hugely. It just makes it way easier for me when this room starts getting big. Right.
Right, and I think that's about it. All right, speaker view.
Nice.
Booyah.
Ooh, there's Roxy in her red. Woo woo.
Yeah. Okay. And for some reason, it's highlighting on you, but I think when I'm supposed to talk, it shifts to me, but it's not shifting to me. Why is it not doing that?
It's got you on mine.
Oh, But see, oh, yeah. Yeah. I wonder why that does that.
It should be whoever's talking.
Yeah, that's what it should be, but it's not. Oh, whatever. So you're going to be like a big face on YouTube. Thank you, Angie. I am looking pretty today. Yay.
She is looking gorgeous today.
All right, so I'll go ahead and get started here. I'm going to switch over to this view, and why? It still won't do that. Mute yourself real quick, Kristen.
Okay.
Just mute yourself and unmute yourself. And then let me see if I go to speaker view. No, it's still on you.
If any of you guys go to speaker view, are you seeing Roxy as the big one, or are you seeing me?
In the top left corner.
Well, right now I'm seeing Roxy.
Okay.
Hi, Roxy.
Now I'm seeing Kim.
No, I see Kristen.
I saw Kim, but it's not going back to me. I see everyone
Yeah.
else speaking.
I see you. Hi, Roxy.
Right, but now what I'm saying is it doesn't go
It's
back
not
to me.
going back to you.
That's really weird. Okay.
But it
Well,
did it last time.
I know. That's a little freaky thing.
Bianca says I see Roxy.
Yeah.
So we're seeing Roxy, but Roxy's not. So she's worried that her recording isn't doing that.
Right.
Oh, and I don't see the record up in the upper right anywhere. Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. I see it.
Yeah. So if any of you guys want to, Roxy is recording and she's going to put it up on YouTube and you can just download it from there. But if you want to record, just ask me and I can let you record.
Yes. All right. You guys good? You see me okay?
I'm just looking at Ra. I'm not looking at you.
Oh,
Roxy looks beautiful.
thank you.
I know. We all are
All right.
agreeing on that.
So everyone mute yourself if you're not already muted, and let's get rolling. And greetings once again to the collective. This is Ocyphius. We bid you all a good day. Thank you one and all for coming in and participating in this focus of now, co-created moment you call it, to understand and further yourself in enlightenment, evolution, ascension, whatever you, let's say, define it as, matters not. It's here for the simplicity of one thing and one thing only, experience. When you idealize yourself in purpose, you idealize yourself in limitation, truly. Purposeful ideas will keep you in a construct of limitation because purpose in and of itself is defined. The purpose is occurring in the moment. This moment will be blissful, exciting, evolutionary, in the idea of doing one thing and one thing only. Follow your joy. Be honest with yourself in the now. Rock your world. Be naked. Be vulnerable. Allow yourself to see yourself as you are. And that reflection is only love. The shadows you see in the mirror every day in own concerns or acceptance or judgments are that of the structure that you are evolving from, birthing into a new self of awareness. So those ideas, allow them to sit on the wayside for now. Give yourself permission to put everything down that you hold valuable in acceptance and appearance. Just lay them down on the curb and walk into the new idea playground, and they'll be waiting for you when you decide to leave. But until then, free yourself from your own bindings, and let's have some fucking fun. Booyah. Coolio. Hey guys, it's Sly. How are y'all?
Hi, Sly.
Hiya.
You're looking good in red lipstick there, Sly.
You like that?
I like that on you.
Yeah, it leaves marks. I like that. Yeah, Roxy, you're right. It's not changing that. Oh, wait a minute. Let's do that one more time. La 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 la. No, it just doesn't shift back to you. May I record, please? He's so hot. Thank you. All right, it is a Q&A day. It is a Q&A. You guys choose what you want to talk about. I want you to ask your heart. Don't think it's repetition. Don't think you're going to be judged for the question you ask, because you see, every person you are is the best version of yourself. best, 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 best. And in the judgment, I go bad, bad, looking at the bad, bad, bad self of the past, regrets, regrets. Find this self in the now. Be the most honest you can be every moment. That is your best self, no matter what your choice is. Realize this. I want you to listen to this closely. Hey, Lorraine, how are you, baby? Thanks for coming. Realize this. You could never, ever, ever, ever made a different choice in any one of your choices. Impossible. Impossible. Why? Because you are a vibration. Your vibration is pushing out against reality. And that's your natural choice self. Everything else in your reality as choices are options. So the self is always vibrating at the highest possible idea of the self, your unconditional state of being. It's only shrouded, guys. It's only covered up. Okay? You're pecking from the inside out. You're going to birth yourself out of this illusional egg of limitation. So what you're doing is you're finding an idea choice, and you have 2 or 3. That choice you made is the best vibration of yourself, the best understanding, the best translation. You can never truly regret until you choose regret as a viable idea of yourself, which is possible. Why? Because you're God. You can do anything the fuck you want. But you can never choose another self in the nows of the past. Every choice has been the highest deeming possibility of your best self. So when you see yourself choosing yourself, and the next minute you see yourself as shitting on yourself because you choose that self without being able to see yourself in a different evolutionary, how can you regret that? You can't see yourself grow up. You can't see yourself evolve until you make choices. And those choices have all been perfect. Don't hesitate. Choose. Be yourself. Speak your mind here, now. Because this is your focus. Listen, everything on Monday is going to happen Monday. Everything tomorrow is going to happen tomorrow. Okay? It's going to happen whatever way you choose it in the now. There's nothing that's going to make you change or do anything different between now and then, because it's all done in the moment. Oh, yeah, you can theorize the shit out of the future, but it ain't going to do you any good. Why? Because it's all done in the now. So give yourself a 2-3 hour vacation starting right now. Get naked, as Ocyphius said. Bring on your questions as you choose. And whatever comes through is yourself of beauty. Okay? I want to see the nakedness of all you. Because I see you as you are. Vibrational, unconditional love. You see yourself shrouded. That's what we're shifting. Bring the self out, and we'll show you things about yourself. So, in that idea, let's begin. Kristen, do we have anyone that wants to ask questions yet?
Not yet. Kim does, but before she does, I want to say that it looks like you are naked. It looks like you're topless. So I love that you said get naked, just because the way your hair is falling. So it's, there we go.
Booyah.
All right, back to Kim. Kim, you can unmute yourself.
Okay, so here we go. I'll be the first to go. And I like that you had said shrouded, because that's when we had the fish pond on Wednesday, that's how I had been feeling. And even after that, I've been riding like this roller coaster of yes, I'm in the moment and everything's great and I'm loving life and God's got my back, it's all good. And then all of a sudden something happens.
Who has your back?
I have my back.
There you go. Yes. Let's do that for yourself. That's the first thing, because then you're putting reliability on some other unknown factor outside of yourself. You got to know this, Kim. There's no other way to say it, but you're God. The one, the only God. And so am I. And so is everyone else you see. Make sense?
Yes.
Booyah. Keep going.
But sometimes I forget. But
it's all right. That's now.
So riding this roller coaster and things are good. And then I start thinking about things and I know, and I catch myself because I'm going into the future.
Yep.
And so, and it's still revolving around this money shit. And I'm tired of it. I'm over it. I'm really over it. But it's not good right now. And I'm not working. I haven't really worked since November.
Okay.
And
That's awesome.
I'm a, yeah, one could think, but you know, unemployment's not really cutting it. And
Sure.
I had to reach out to a dear friend of mine, and she helped me.
Okay.
And when I was looking this past week at my numbers, as I do, because I'm responsible, so to speak,
For who?
I was started for me.
Okay.
So I was.
If you're God, then why do you have to be responsible for the fractal? Make sense?
Okay.
There's one thing right there that I'm responsible, which gives the idea of the fractal mind an obligation to perform. That's vibration. That shifts your reality. Because you think you need to protect yourself when you don't. You're here for the ride. The higher self's got every freaking moment laid out perfectly. When you stop hitting the gas and start to coast, that's when the shit gets fun.
See, and I love cruise control. I'm all about the cruise control.
Then stop hitting the gas. Stop being responsible for yourself. There's a promise that was made, and we've said it before, and we'll say it again. The Creator, you, God, said this. You will always have food and shelter in all your nows. It's a choice not to. So all the homeless people you see without homes, it's a choice. Truly, it is a choice. It's a self-acceptance idea of each individual idea. But they always have food and they always have shelter if they choose. So know that's always in your nows. So if you can take that idea and say, you know what, I don't need to worry about those two things, and then you free yourself from the responsibility of two items that change the mirror in the now because it's vibration. And we're talking right now. As soon as that idea of responsibility vibration comes, it changes your nows. Not 5 minutes ago, now. Not 5 minutes in the future, now. That's what the idea of your self-idea expression to yourself, putting these definitions of time and ideas, what you're supposed to be doing, and then judging yourself because you're not doing it.
Right.
That changes your mirror. Okay, but keep going.
So I was looking into the future, and I had to keep catching myself to stop, just be focused on the now, be present, be in the now, because in now everything is met. All of my needs are met.
Bingo.
But then I start thinking, well, but if I'm looking ahead, I could be in trouble again. And I figured things out, and I'm like, well, I could go back to my friend, which I don't want to have to do because I feel bad about that. But, you know, I haven't gotten a job yet, and I'm still looking for work. But in all honesty, I don't have in this moment, which I know can change. You know, I don't have rent.
Okay.
Right? And I don't want to be. I know that I won't be out on the street.
When's rent? When's rent?
October 1st.
Wow, it's the 10th. Wow. That's a lot of fucking nows from now. So here's the word you said, okay? Could be and still looking. It could be and I'm still looking. That's vibration.
I know, and I want to change that.
You're going to change it. Relax. You're going to change it in the nows of awareness. Does that make sense so far?
Yes.
Okay. So we know that you are going to be, let's say, need the rent in October. Okay? We know that. But between now and October, it takes itself. But what you'd like to do for comfort and security based on your fractal self of the past that says this is going to happen, the shitstorm, unless you do something now about it.
Correct.
Okay? That's when you take no action on the future. Changing and preventing a possible outcome. If it ain't fucking happen right now, you don't take any action. The only action you take is the effortless action. It's like, again, Roxie always likes to reference this. She sees the dishes over here. You can't see them, but they're right there. Not time to do the dishes. Because if she does them now, it's a fucking chore. She does it, she says, oh, time to do the dishes. It's effortless. It's the same as going shopping. It's the same as going on a vacation. It's the same as going, let's say, out to Starbucks. It's exciting. She does the action of the moment, not the definition, not the details. It's the feeling to take action in the moment that is offered to you. The silver platter that says, here's the idea solution. And that's when you take the action. But if your mind says the solution is you need to ask before it happens and get some money, that's the shit that you shift your realities. And your value system is now greater than the value of your own self-worth. Now you see that.
Yes.
It cannot be solved and will never be solved in theory, guys. Let the theory shit go. Because theory is not now. Theory is now in theory, which is fucking with time. How do I fix it? What do I need to do? Nothing. Because it's not presented. But the fear factor is so great about the future, you have to take action. And then if you go and do something that is let's say, important, fun, or I should be taking responsibility for my life, and then you judge the shit out of yourself because you're not doing it. That's vibration. That's reality is. That's what's continuing to happen in your cycle. So what do? In the now, give up. Fine. You never need to ask for money again until it's offered. And you'll know in the mind when it's offered. Make sense?
Yes.
It'll come to you. I had to reach out. I had to reach out a couple times. Truly, I really didn't need to reach out because its solution presented itself 30 seconds later sometimes. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean Roxie in that fashion, using her
Mm-hmm.
construct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she had to do that for herself because she couldn't trust the unknown. But as more validations came in about not taking action on the protective or future that prevents the shitstorm, and then the magic shows itself. Listen, guys, every reality, every, you're not special, you're not different. Every fucking reality solves every problem that's presented. Because you're fucking gods. We don't give ourselves problems and make you go through it. We're not here to teach you lessons. You're not here to understand what it is to be in pain or, oh God, I better learn that. Fuck that shit. You're not here to do that. You're here to remember that you don't have to do anything at all except sit back and coast in the passenger seat. Have your higher self pull over when you want to go shopping. Have your higher self pull over when you want to go get a coffee and just take the ride of your life. And it is that simple. But the believability factor from the constructions of the emotional attachment that tells you different through the coveting ideas of your time here on earth that says bullshit is very strong and very powerful. But when you start to get that angst, Kim, about that, and you're aware, and you start to feel that, that's you pulling away from the old self of identity. That's what's happening. And that just stirs up the set world.
Mm-hmm.
The world that now becomes upset. And you want to see your structures of setness, of mediocrity, of giving, let's say, into the structures. Moving yourself into satisfaction or mediocrity. Fuck satisfaction. That's not life. That's a construct. That's a limitation. That's one iota of a video game that you have to live in. You don't want to play in that world. That's a definition. So here's what you do, Kim. You let go. And when it gets scary, take a nap. When it gets scary, shift your reality. When it gets scary, break something, throw fucking something, scream your ass off. It's scary. But then always do this. It's not happening right fucking now, is it?
No.
Right. And that's what you repeat to yourself. I had this idea. Demetrios, friend Roxy's talking to, teaching the Greek an idea, you know, a Greek guy, really great guy. For 8 months, he's scared about his moving out because in January, his parents said, I'm going to stop paying the rent. 8 months later, he's still in the fucking same house. 8 months, he brought himself through the angst on how it was going to happen, and it always happened, and he never paid the rent, ever. You take the old beliefs and put them into the now, which create your future. Because it happened this way, it must be that way. But I know it can happen this way, but this way I need to make sure. I have to build in safe harbor or fail safes. I have to do that for myself. Because if not, what am I going to get? What did they teach you? Ocyphius channeled this. He channeled the 2 ideas. There's 3, but you only focus on 2. You focus on A and B, okay? A and B. A is life that you prevent, that you work through. Prevent the idea of this or that happening and blah, 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 and work your way. That's your details of life. But B is the big pile of shit That's the pile of shit that you don't want to be because you're so deathly afraid of it. Because they taught you when you were little, if you don't, this will. If you don't, this will. If you don't, and they can only from their perspective conjure up the most dreadful thing because they want you to be safe, which is actually they're reflecting to themselves.
Mhm.
And if they see another acting unsafe, that scares the shit out of them because that's a probability for them to choose, and they don't want to choose that. So they justify why they can't choose that because. And that's what the pile shit B is. The big one that says you're going to be homeless, you're going to die, you'll be nobody, you'll be a bum, you'll be criticized, everyone will do and say these things to you, and then you're being attacked, and your imagination goes into the future of all of the fear-based realities that you were just fed, and you say to yourself, you're right, I can't handle that. I can't be not accepted. It's so easy to bring someone to their knees and have them absolutely lose their fucking mind if you challenge their acceptance. You know? You look at it with parents and children,
Mhm.
friends and old lovers. People contort themselves into tiny little boxes because someone won't do or say they love them or accept them. Right? That's the construct we're talking. Everything. See that? So you got to let go of those outside sources as authority, as value. Every construct you ever learned is not now. What is now is me and Kim are talking. And you're hanging out with a whole bunch of gods, figuring out this game in the way of bliss. Okay? So here's what you do. Don't take action. You don't need to ask for the money. You don't need to worry about for the rent. All of the solutions will be presented in the moment. And there's a lot of moments between now and then. Again, like the channeling that Ocyphius did yesterday. Krishna Mayeto? Okay. I'll do this one again because it's really good. All right. Unconditional love pouring through you. This is the fractal. It does not get filtered until it reflects the mirror here. Then it bounces back. And see this dark spot here? That's the
Yes.
veil. Okay? If unconditional love is what you are, and you really believe that, and it flows from within without, because that's what it does. Doesn't matter if you choose it or not. I know. Not my job to convince you. Flows out, bounces back. It's never changed. It's never changed until you change it. See that? That's called Kim the fractal. Everything that she found valuable that she thrust her trust through, and those ideas of unconditional love are distorted back into the receivership of the fractal mind. You see it?
Mhm.
So whatever you validate over and over and over again, I need to ask for money, I need to find this out, I need to do this, I need to do that. I need to out of the now is validating the construct of the filter that you've known, and it's not going to go away because energy follows awareness. Where you feed your trust becomes your reality. If you were never taught the color blue, never ever saw the color blue, you would not have blue in your reality. Period. If you never saw it, you would not know about it. But everything you saw, you know about it, and then it becomes a choice to validate it. And since you were an empty idea, that you gave yourself amnesia, and the two things you saw upon birth was a diet. One was beliefs, and the other was food. And the food was coming from the parents, and the parents said, here you go. So the first thing you start coveting is the belief systems of that. And that's why we have cultures. That's why we have different beliefs of being with different people. Why? Because we have different frickin' parents. We have different parents and generations and coveting beliefs that have shifted. This is the whole idea. It's simple to look at. And you become the solidity of that. And the ego defends against that in division of others. Because it says, no, This is the right way, because I would be an idiot if I found out a different truth. So I'm not going to be an idiot because I haven't got accepted from my parents yet. So I've got to become something, and I'm going to defend my stance. And that's what you feed. And for you to let go of that is pulling away. It's this big fucking rubber band, just strong shit you're pulling away. The self of knowing who you are and the fractal. But the energy and time and validation and sequential-taneous time, called linear time in your terms, would give you this idea as this is so real. How can I? I don't deserve. There's no way. Because you haven't seen it. You haven't seen what's possible. And that's where the trust comes in. That's where vulnerability comes in. That's where your self goes, I'm done. I'm done playing the game. Just for a fucking week, I'm going to give Kim what she deserves. Because right now, you don't have a job. Perfect. The world says it's not perfect. And just yesterday on Facebook, Roxie just reminded, there was an actual study at Arizona University. I think it was Arizona, right, Roxie? Yeah. And no, Florida. Florida University, about laziness is intelligence. Well, no shit. Because going to work is a structure of intelligence out of a lackful ego to perform like a monkey so you can get accepted because you don't know how to love your fucking self. Make sense?
Yes, very much
So
so.
you're lazy. Awesome. You don't need to go get a job because you're trying to get a job for a structure of security, which is vibrating lack. So when you walk into an interview, you're like this desperate smell. Smell you. And then all of a sudden they're playing the puppeteer because that's what gives them life, that they can have control because they can't fucking control their lives. They're so afraid of letting go. That's what they see in you, truly. Oh, it's such a fucking paradox. It's so beautiful. I love it. So what do? You stop looking for a job and know that a job is there if you want a job. And it'll be a job that'll be blissful. And when it's not blissful, you just let go of that job and find the job or whatever it is in the now, the not time. You got 3 weeks, right?
Yes.
And I can tell you this, if this will give you comfort. You got a whole bunch of fucking gods right around you. There's no way that you will ever go without. Ever. Not in my world. Make sense?
Yes.
Choose your world, darling. You're worthy of being the goddess that you are. You took it away. And that feeling of loss of your own self, and you've been cramming shit into your heart to try to fill it all your life, and there's still an emptiness. And that loss is you. Your love and acceptance of what you are. And you start taking care of Kim. You start treating Kim like a queen. You give yourself what you fucking deserve. And the vibration changes the mirror. And that will show you you are love. That will show you you are a God. That will show you all is perfect, and if you want to use it, safe and secure in the now. And then you'll let go of those definitions and you'll become the Kim that you forgot. You'll fall in love with yourself and you'll start remembering, oh yeah, I chose this mastery class. I'm here to ascend a species, but I'm also here just to do what I want to do, to experience what it is to be a forgotten God. Simple. The species is the byproduct of your action of love for the self. You following, baby?
Absolutely.
You got everyone around you right now. Don't you worry about it. Remember you're Abraham. You have an army around you, 1,000 strong. And they will be there in the now as gift givers. And don't think for one iota of a second you ever need to return a gift, because then it's not a gift, it's a conditioned idea. When I give, there is no expectation in return, otherwise I'm a conditional idea. I am unconditional. Okay?
Yes.
Everything you got in your life is for you because you created for you. When you start accepting that, your whole world changes. You good, baby?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you need me, you reach out. That's not weakness. You don't have to be a strong spiritual. You don't have to be, oh, I can handle it myself, because then you're a dependency on the idea of yourself. Make it strong. We're gods. We're whole. We're co-creation. We're one. We help each other. Why? Because we're love. Make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. I love you,
Thank
darling.
you. Love you too. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, everyone.
That was awesome. Thank you for that, Kim, because I'm in the same boat as you right now. So it's that I needed that too. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Based on this fact, I'm a fucking genius from Bianca. Yeah, you are. She's lazy.
Me too. Me too. I love my laziness. That was
Area that
awesome.
you don't deserve it.
I know.
You
I
know?
know.
We'll get to that though. Hey guys, it's the process of the now. Relax, slow down. You can never waste time. Why? Because now is created and time is created in the now. Let that bend your mind a little bit. Next question. What do we got?
Oxglad. Go, girl, go.
Hello, everybody. I just wanted to add a comment or something to Kimi. I feel every word you was talking about. We're all in the same boat at some situations, facing this way, that way. I just want to propose maybe a game or so. You said you love the cruise control on the car. So every time, just make intent. As soon as this thought, negative or scary, comes to your mind, you give yourself permission, like, all right, now I can lay down, well, sit in the chair, cruise control, 5-7, I don't know, a minute, 2 minutes. I'm playing it myself right now. I call it different name, but I bought a hammock. The best thing ever. In my patio, it doesn't fit very well, but I come from work. I'm luxury. My job is 2 blocks away, so for lunch I come to work, and as soon as I feel something bad, I go hanging in the hammock. 3-5 minutes, relaxed. I pretend I'm on vacation. Then for some reason it gives you huge power to go back and deal with all the shit that we have at work. So some suggestions, try to play, see how that goes. I will do it for the name of you and myself as well right now. For the next 3 weeks, I'm very curious to see how it will play out for you. Okay, my love to you.
That
Takes
was
you on.
awesome. I love that. That is way cool.
Get a hammock. Perfect.
That was the epitome of laziness right there. I love it. Hammock.
Well, let me add something more, that I'm from different culture. So as a child, we were raised on fairy tales. And in my opinion, America totally sucks with fairy tales. You don't have nothing for your children here, nothing comparable to how it's in my case, in Russian. So the favorite story we had about lazy guy who all he did, laying on the bed home, and all his family was kicking him, go do this, and we need your help. And he was just, no, I don't want. So finally, by the time the devil, cannot take him anymore, he would just go, whisper magic words, all the job is done. He would just rush back and lay down again. When I was a child, I believed it so strongly. I practiced those words. And for some reason, nothing came up until right now. When I grew up, I finally realized what was the story about. And because Sly brought it up right now, it just came vivid in my memory again. So I will go practice more of those words right in my hammock.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome, darling.
All right, Angie, go girl.
Okay. So I've been channeling my higher self, but I want to start channeling from Creator God. If I bring that idea into all the nouns that I've been taught so far and I'm learning about myself, I'm trying to figure out, am I going to get higher perspective if I channel the prime creator, or am I just going to be like
Who's the prime creator?
immersing into myself?
Stop.
No, the person.
Stop. Stop. Who the fuck is the prime creator?
I don't know. I'm going to find out.
The prime creator is there in and of itself, and that's perfect. Not a damn thing wrong with channeling the prime creator. Okay, I'm not saying that. But what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't think you have the information to channel. You channeling a higher self is not a god? Who is it? Some lowly idea of a separated fractal? I'll trump that shit right now. You want to channel yourself, then channel yourself. Don't worry about channeling a higher source because you're thinking that you're not good enough to do it for yourself, so you're giving your authority up to a higher source, and then I'll be a channeler if I bring some good shit to the table. Let it go. You channel and evolve the channeling. Roxie started out channeling the Parisians, moved into an idea of a couple other entities, Palia from the Essassani civilization, Kania, not Kishnomati from the, Parisian was Kania, and then Palia from the Essassani and then the Pleiadian self. And then she found Ocyphius and channeled Ocyphius. And then she found Sly and David and all the others and George and Jane and all these evolutions. It evolved. And now Roxie right now is about 99.9% Roxie, and this is only 1% of Sly. Now, she's finding herself. But she used those constructs. But here, channeling in and of itself is evolving. We went from, trans channelers to conscious channelers channeling other channelers and conscious channelers channeling themselves. Because you're the fucking God. Are you following me, darling?
So we have this belief system that we have.
No. Bullshit. Stop. You have this belief system. Don't trump that shit on me. Don't. I will stop. I want you to redefine until divine. You keep putting comfort in numbers because you feel better if it's a we instead of an I because that's responsibility that you might fail. Stop it, baby. You can never fail. You're God. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'll just be God then. This is a really hard concept.
Yes, but that's the meat and potatoes that's birthing your little reality of distractions. I can't be a God, so I've got to figure out how to be God through the constructs of other ideas, living vicariously through the ideas of channeled beings and using all these spiritual definitions on what it would be is to be ascended, when the fact of the matter is you got to sink into the self and say, fuck, I'm God. And then the game changes. And then vibration changes. And then remembrances. You don't need to know your God. You just got to give yourself a tiny little ounce of belief that, oh my God, I might be God. I'll deal with that. I might be God right now. Why is Jennifer screen sharing? Jennifer, stop screen sharing.
Jennifer, you accidentally. Yeah, that girl. Good fun, though. Good fun.
Give yourself the permission, I might be God. And then you work in yourself a little bit more like, okay, that was fucking cool. I actually did a miracle without trying. Maybe I'm a little bit more of a God. And if you don't want to say the God, you can say a God. You can do that. But you do not deny yourself being God because that is your whole vibration from your core self. And that core self vibrates the reality around you because that's what you're putting your trust into. That vibration of that world and that now is that reflection back to you. So you're wondering why you have lack? You wonder why you're playing hopscotch with yourself or ping pong with yourself and why things aren't changing in the way you expect them to change? Because the core belief is I don't deserve what the fuck I am right now. And that is God. These are all offerings that you've got through your entire spiritual idea evolution of you're God, you're an individual, you're this, you're that. Through all the channels you've watched up to this now, and every time that comes up, you take that big old tennis racket and you ping it right out into outer space because it's too much for you to swallow. So all the stuff that you're talking about is not what you're actually trying to get to. What you're talking about is getting down to this, what we're just talking about right now. I'm God. So that's what you need to look at. Does that make sense, Darna?
That does. Thank you.
You're that awesome. I know it. I know it. I can't convince you, nor will I try, because then I'm becoming trying a preacher, and fuck that shit. I offer, you choose, because you're God, and you get to figure out this game. And I don't care if it takes 10 lifetimes or 2 lifetimes to figure it out, or 100,000 lifetimes. It doesn't matter, because it's all now. That's your choice.
I'm going to figure this out now. I'm going to wait any longer.
Choose yourself in the now. Don't figure.
Yes.
Figure is time. Figure is theory. Figure is taking the constructs of, oh, I have experienced this. I'll use this for point A. I'll use this P. Here, let me get some information over here. And then you start the theory and figure things out from a construct of the past that's limited.
I find I need to throw most of the dictionary out.
Fucking A. Because you're your own dictionary. You've written every test in your life. You are your reality now. But the reliability and the dependency on others, on others, is what you are validating the only way to do it, because that's the only way it's been done. Can I see a miracle? Am I allowed to see a miracle? Can Angie stop fucking trying? Can Angie stop controlling? Can Angie get to the fucking idea hammock and say, okay, I give the fuck up?
Yes.
That's what you need to look at. Then your channeling becomes you, and you are God. You connect to the different vibrations. Then you can connect to the prime creator, or whatever you want to call it. You can call this, you can call that. It's up to you, because it's your world. That's the beauty. You get to do whatever the fuck you want to do. But you haven't taken that authority back yet. You've been given the authority of the constructs you've understood to make it plausible for you. Give that shit up. Start choosing you. There is nothing wrong with choosing you, because that's everything. Make sense?
Awesome. Yes.
Booyah.
Thank you.
Strong. That's a God being naked. I love it.
Thank you.
You're welcome, darling. Go ahead.
That was awesome. All right. Some of you are coming in. If you want to raise your hand for a question, there under participants, there is a raise your hand little button, or there's a lot of people here, so I may not see this.
Right.
Especially if I'm in speaker view. Okay, so there we go. There go the hands. Jennifer and then Christiana. Oh, boy, you guys are raising hands all over the place. Yes, thank you. So Jennifer, go, darling.
Hi, I'm right here. I can't turn my computer around. I don't know why my screen's showing me up to the side. But I wanted to ask Ocyphius about the phenomenon of EVPs, ghost box, and voice reversal, how we can get answers from things and talk to what are we talking to? Can you just explain that phenomenon?
You're talking to a created reality that you created for yourself, because your belief system is in that.
Oh.
See, no ghosts are there until you create it to be ghosts.
Huh.
Pretty scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty fucking awesome. See, they're not there until the now that you choose them as a probability to be there.
Huh.
And then you do the constructs in order to hear the ghosts, EVPs. See, all of those are belief systems of creation, because they want to experience an idea. Because nothing is created until it's realized and created in the now. In the idea of time, which you guys are experiencing here, we're referencing the idea of humanity. So are there EVPs? Are there ghosts? Absolutely. But there's no ghosts running around right now in your world until you validate that as a probability. You see how you really create your reality? It doesn't happen to you. It's an offering by yourself to become that idea and experience it in and of itself. Kind of a big view about it, huh?
Yeah, I've been watching so many other people do it, so it's like, am I creating it for them, it happened to them, or am I watching them create that?
There's no them.
I mean on YouTube people doing it.
That's no them. That's a world that you created for yourself, because that's where your focus is, and now you're giving yourself opportunities. They're there in illusion and vibration. They're experiencing themselves from their perspective of their subjective reality. So here's what you do. You want to play with the EVPs? then watch what happens when you start to let go. Say, I really want to experience this idea of talking to ghosts and having them answer questions. Just like you're having me answer a question. The only difference is I'm not a ghost. You can still have them answer questions, and that's the idea of what you want to have in your reality. That's your energy focus. That's your believability system that's in play. Then you create that reality. See, I want to tell you guys, you're gods. And gods choose their idea of the self, and they get what they choose. But in the idea of forgetting, it now comes in believability, strength of that idea. And coveting systems is so fucking strong, you wouldn't think it would be any other way. That's why your reality over and over again is what it is. You expect New York to be like New York, it will be that according to what you believe, because you have no other way to question it. It couldn't be no skyscrapers on your timeline in a big prairie land and it's just a different world. It's not. It's what you believe it is. That's what I'm talking about. That's the strength of what you believe of your coveting systems. Because you are such a god, that's what you get. But now you're pulling away and you're starting to fuck with it and play with different ideas of what is possible. So in your world, you believed in this idea because I'm God. I can understand your intriguing mind says, oh, believability in ghosts. You look up YouTubes, you start to get that in your world. Why? Because you're God. If you didn't believe it, it didn't show up. The strength of your belief system is according to the self-worth that you are in time, in the idea of forgetfulness. So you want to pursue this, you go after it, you become it. Opportunities will come in. It's experience. It's not purpose. You're finding the purpose of your own intrigue to go, hey, let's figure out about this ghost thing. And then you can get visited by ghosts. You can get opportunities to be a ghost hunter, go on a ghosting expedition, get your equipment. Equipment comes into your life, and you can become that because why? Because you're God. That's your focus. That's your awareness. That's who you're becoming in the self of experience, not in purpose, not an outcome, not in defining, not in figuring out, is this real? Just choose it. And then it'll play out because the higher self is not here for a purpose. It's here to experience limitation through a fractal called itself, you. And it gets the blissful idea of evolution of every now of the choices made by the fractal, which is you and the higher self at the same time. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah, really too much sense. I'm looking at what I've been experiencing now and it's like, oh my gosh, I did it. I did it all myself.
Yeah, you. See, that's the reality you create. It's not done to you. It just doesn't happen. It's offered in vibration, okay? If I'm a vibration of curiosity, okay, and I'm putting out a 360-degree bubble of curiosity or intrigue, and I have no details about it, you are energizing curiosity intrigues, and the higher self has already set that up for you, and you're catching up in time. And then here comes 5 probabilities of intrigue, curiosity. And you play with the shiniest one that you perceive to be the shiniest one, and you go down that avenue. And then when you go down and you start to play with this shiny thing, and after a while it becomes one of those things we called an old toy. And you're done with it. And then you go to the next, and the next, and the next. But none of them are wrong. All of them are right in the choice of the self of the now, period.
Huh.
Are you seeing this now?
Yeah.
It's a whole nother concept. We're not messing with the details. We're giving you what you're doing. You're being a god. Awesome. So now focus on the ideas of your love instead of wonderment, curiosity. Should I do that? Is that going to lead me somewhere? Just feel the construct behind it, okay? You have a quality. A quality. A dream has a quality. Life has a quality. Lucid dreaming has a quality, okay? It has a vibrational quality. And when you feel that intriguing idea, it has a quality. It's a quality of lack, of I need to know, this is the answer, what's going to happen. This looks like it's going to give me enough knowledge to be awesome to myself because I know what it is to talk to a ghost. Or it can be, oh, cool, that'd be fucking awesome to talk to a ghost. Let me go and play with this. You see the difference?
Yeah.
It's a quality vibration. Those are mirrors. Those are now vibrations of the mirrors that change your idea of reality.
Oh. So that's what it said when I asked them, what are you? Who are you? Who am I talking to? And they said it was a mirror.
Fucking A.
My higher self told me.
Yes, because it is a mirror.
Huh. And the voice reversals, I can hear myself talking to myself in reverse.
Cool.
That just really threw me, and I've just been hooked
How
on
about this? How cool is that?
it. Yeah.
See? Look at how awesome it is instead of what it's supposed to mean or what it's supposed to do for me in time, in outcome, in acceptance, in status, in building up knowledge, and look at me, I'm a god, I can do all this stuff, right?
Huh.
Or, how cool am I? Make sense?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it totally different now.
Yeah. Now you've freed yourself up from constructs and more limitations for an outcome in time. Now let's just be a god choosing the experience, and let's find some fucking fun, happiness, joy, bliss in the now that is not now, shit, now, shit, 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 now, shit, 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 now. How about just now? Right?
Yeah.
Booyah.
Yeah.
Go.
Christiania. Did I say that right?
Christiana.
Okay. Yeah, what he said. You can unmute yourself, darling. Oh, there you go.
Hi guys, it's Christiania.
Christiania. That's cool.
Yeah. Hi guys. Okay. Sylvester or Ocyphius. I've heard it said that like romance is distracting. I mean, I've sort of been listening to all the talks about relationships as our consciousness expands, and I want to know, like, the whole idea of having a physical reality or physical experience is to experience all that human stuff, the romance and all of that. So what is really the take in relationship? Because I've heard that we don't need to buy into the concepts of romance or respect or anything like that. So as gods, how do we navigate this wanting to experience romantic relationships?
All right. There's nothing wrong with romance.
Right.
But if it's romantic ideas of a construct to achieve that idea, I need to fall in love with a man. And truly, it can be any fucking man that's on the planet. But when you find the man that gives you the feedback of that idea, what you expect love to be, then it becomes the man or the woman or the one, right? And then you want to maintain that idea out of a construct of fear of losing the idea of that dream you had of a romantic relationship. Romance is the moment. Does that make sense? You can be, you can be, you know, whatever you are in the moment. It's not a futuristic idea. Respectful, you can be in the moment, but don't seek respect. Because then you're seeking an idea of another to fit the construct of your definition of respect. And how the fuck can you define someone else's reality when all creation is subjective? You can't. That's a construct, and that'll only bring you challenges over and over again until you push up daisies. So in the romance is in the moment, baby. Find romance, but when you put a thing of, oh, I need to put that in, I hope it works out, and then you're like fighting. Okay, two lovers get together because they have no ideas on what they want to do with each other. They have no construct because there's no investment and there's no outcome. Right at the beginning, boom. And then all of a sudden they start to play the game and they think, oh man, this feels good, And maybe you end up going, you know, and having sex that night. Awesome. But then it might turn into some, oh, wow, I really like this guy. And then all of a sudden the vibration shifts because he or she might be the one, or they might be the one. Doesn't matter. And you start to feel that idea, and now it turns and the vibration shifts a little bit to, oh, this is what I've been looking for. Everyone's looking for the same thing, the love for the self. But they reflect it in the mirror, and they conjure it up as an idea of it's them, when it's not them. It's never them. It's you you're feeling. You ever walk down the street and meet a stranger and you're like, oh my God, you're so awesome. How the fuck? Whoa. You just hit it and you just chime because you have no filters. It's not that he's the one or she's the one. It's because you have no filters at that moment. You got two gods looking at each other and you're reflecting back the unconditional love within yourself, and you deem that as, oh my God, that's the one that's going to save me or rescue me, or that's my romance, and I'm going to get married, fall in love. Oh, Roxy wanted to be married so bad. She had 3 wives. She got married lots of times. Oh, yeah, she got a full set of wives. Wonderful. But she's never been the bride. You know, that romantic idea. And then it was a construct because she was reaching for that. And then she let go of it and she found love. Because she didn't try to be that bride, try to be that idea dream. So in your world, you're trying to be that idea dream. And when you get together with these lovers in the moment, and then all of a sudden it might be that dream. And you can't lose that dream because that dream is going to give you escape. It's going to give you happiness in time. If I have that, I don't have to be this anymore because I'm not enough now. So you pin your hopes and ideas on that idea of an entity that could have been anybody because there's no filters. It's your love you're feeling. It's not them. It's not them. It's not them. It's love. It's love in a mirror called you. And then you start loving yourself and you understand you don't have to change for them because if you change for them, then you have 2 vibrations going and trying to change each other and then you just fucking go like that. And people wonder why they have a whole bunch of relationships. And you blame them, fucking asshole, dick, shit, bitch, fucker. They did that to me. They did, they. No, they didn't. You did it to yourself. You just expose more limitations within yourself to understand that you don't need to try to fit a construct of another to please them because then you're always going to be jumping in the idea of a construct of trying to please someone you can't understand because this is a subjective universe. It's your view. Okay? So what you do is you let go and romance is in the moment. Hot sex is in the moment. Friendship is in the moment. It's the moment. It's the moment. It's the moment. And it is whatever it is. And you're here to evolve yourself. You're not here to make things happen in time. If you know the love is gone, then fucking let it go and go about your now and keep finding the love within yourself. But if you're trying to maintain that love, maintain that structure, then you're only contorting yourself to a limitation. You're going to have a limited life. That's fine because that's experience in and of itself. When you're done, you're going, oh, I was limited there. Cool. Let's go and fix it next time, lifetime. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I won't. Doesn't matter. That's all probability. That's not the concern. The focus is now. There's no concern. It's just now. Be romantic to yourself. Oh my God, take yourself out on a date.
I do.
Treat yourself like a queen.
Yes.
Go and do that, and that changes your vibration, and all of a sudden you have a lot of suitors looking to court.
Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome, baby.
Love you.
Love you too, baby.
Yuka, you are next.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
I had a question. I realized I have ups and downs in regards to energy throughout the day. I even made a little sheet. I don't know if you can see it, but yes, divided by 3 hours each, and I see that it's an up and down. Then I was also thinking that it kind of mirrors the breath in and breath out of the day and what the energy can be used in regards to in the downs you kind of breathing in, and in the ups you're kind of breathing out, sort of like a focus on the inner reality and then focus on the outer reality. I wanted to know if you had more information in regards to that, or I don't know, anything.
Absolutely. Okay. From the ins and outs, or the ups and downs, how you referenced it, is what you seek to understand about why in time you're having up and downs through your days. Okay? You can look at it an up and down, but it's actually just ups. Let me give you another perspective, and then you could choose the perspective on how you create your world. You got this algorithm that you've just discovered within yourself because you focused on it and it felt intriguing and understanding to develop an idea in a logical way to construct to try to figure shit out. Awesome. Okay? But how about this? And we'll reference the idea of Bashar and then we'll use our idea. Bashar says you go like this. Up, and yes, you do have a down, but the down is never lower than the last up. So you're always going like this. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
You can never go back down. Why? Because you can never unremember until you fracture yourself again. You can convince yourself you don't remember, you can play it, but you can never vibrationally cover yourself back up. So all time is experience and evolution of the self, all of it. So if you're going up and then down, what is the down that people see? And we'll give you this experience as well. I see you as this. I'm vibrating at the highest potential of I am, what I am, which is my highest vibration, okay? I have an individual signature, and I'm vibrating in the creation as unconditional love because that's what I am. So I cover myself up. And as I vibrate and not choose, right, the vibration of the limitation. So if I'm covered up and this piece goes away, and then more of my light, okay, for reference points comes out. Okay, so in that idea, I'm vibrating higher in my reality. And what people say is, why did this stuff come back? Why am I feeling alone? No, you're pinging against the old self. Because you've shifted your vibration. You've uncovered and you're vibrating more reality. If you have a very slow idea, you're jogging in a race, right? And there's 100 people around you in this race. Those are vibrations of beliefs. But you start to change your idea, and you're in the middle of the crowd at the very back, and you start to change your speed, vibration, you're going to bump some people while going through that idea. Because they're at this slow pace, and you're running faster and vibrating higher. You're going to ping against the reality around you of limitations, and that's what you call going down. Frustration, anger, angst. You're letting go of what you are not. Okay? You're swimming up in limitations. Imagine yourself at the bottom of a 100-foot pool and you started swimming up at birth. And you got all of the beliefs at very, very bottom. And all these beliefs are above you for swimming. Okay? You were empty, truly, but this references. And you start to swim up. You're swimming through beliefs you've never seen before. But people say, oh, why is this here now? I was doing great. Fucking A, you were doing great. That's why that's there now, because it's another portion of your own limitation you could not have seen. But they define it because it's shitty as going down. How do I maintain my vibration? You don't have to. How do I raise my vibration? You don't have to. It's already highest it can be. How can you uncover your vibration? Choose yourself over the illusion. That's what deconstructs it, because you're not energizing it anymore. Remember the focus energy we talked about earlier? I'm a God, so if I focus on this, that's what I get. Don't be surprised that you get shitstorms when you focus and take action on shitstorms. Why? Because you're God. No one's here going to rescue you, because you're free will choice. No one's doing it to you, because that's a fucking escapism. Your vibration is what you are in the now. That now vibration is reality. So when you see that, that's a portion of yourself that you're like, fuck, why is this in my world? What is this? This is another limitation. Oh, because I'm remembering, so I'm seeing more of my own prison over and over and over and again until the shitstorm goes away. It doesn't become strong anymore. It's kind of like an annoyance. Roxie says, like, fuck, another thing? Okay, let it go. And then she dissipates it very quickly because she knows what to do. Go to the now. Forget about it. Don't get upset at it. Feed it and keep it around. You're the one that feeds the hungry lion. Nobody else. You see a shitstorm coming. You see that idea of that vibration that says, why is this here? Love it. That's when you love the downs. See, we're going to offer you a whole different perspective about breathing in and breathing out and going up and down in the rhythm of 3 hours. Because that's your wonderful godship in action, creating a reality that might be deducible to a structure of a what? Status quo. We call that limitation. But you can play it because you're God. Make sense?
Yes.
So what you do is when you're down, you're going, awesome. I am limiting about this. Let's find out where that came from. All right? This is the action. This is what it is. They're criticizing me, or they're saying this, or that is a reality I don't prefer. What do I do with it? I don't choose it. That's right. Okay. I'm now about it. All right. See you later. And it may hurt, may feel powerful, but every time you don't feed it, it dissipates. Because energy follows awareness. Period. That's creation. Your will, and wherever the fractal chooses it to put it, that focus is creation. That's why it's so strong. That's why it's so real. That's why the solid wall is wall, because it's creation, because you're a God. You get to bend the light into this physical matter. How awesome are you? This earth is not here until you create it in the now. There's nothing outside of your door until you go there. In the now, in the now, in the now. It's not there. It's not permanent. It's not one earth. Go.
So I guess a better question would be, instead of this whole thing of 3 hours, that construct, I can pretty much choose better my reality or the energy, but then I have desire coming into it or not accepting the energies that I'm getting throughout the days.
Start accepting the energies.
Yes.
Saying, I'm raising my vibration by uncovering the limitations that I am. Something else comes in my vibration and said, this is one of those new vibrations that now I'm seeing for the first time that I can let go of so I can become a more now idea of bliss. That's what happens. You don't have to fix it. Be aware of it. It's telling you to do something. Someone comes into your world and says, hey, this and this and this is going to happen. You need to. And you're like, oh, you're my authority. Okay. But in your heart says, no, I don't want to do that. So that's the choice of the vibration now to not choose. Give yourself up to that idea authority or say fucking no. Or you want to do someone, but everyone's telling you you can't do that. You don't deserve that. That's impossible. You have to, because if not, this will happen. You're going, no. That's the vibration of a shitstorm. I see that. Bye. And you choose yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes, I do see that. I'm upset at myself when I don't feel in myself the energy to do certain things throughout my day because I don't know, I just don't feel the energy. It's not that I don't want to do it or anything. It's just that.
Well, then don't do it and stop judging yourself for not having the energy. Because see, life is effortless. You have all the energy because everything is created in the now, including the body, over and over and over and over again. You never run out of energy. It's your depletion rate of your acceptance of linear time to become tired as the day goes on that validates the energy level. But if it's exciting in the moment, oh, you will have the energy. If it's what you want to do. But if it looks tiring and you don't want to do it, then fucking don't do it. Don't judge it. I don't need to do anything. But if you're saying you should do this, but I can't do that because I'm not tired enough, I'm going to beat myself up, then you're just adding to it. You're feeding the hungry lion or separation. Make sense?
Yes.
Good?
Good.
Booyah. All right, Kristen, give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I've got to pee.
Okay. I was going to give you a break. So you guys, the questions coming up is going to be Anna, Dawn, Jezebel, Alan, and then Victoria. So just let you know, I do see your hands. Thank you. Thank you. And by the way for that. Boy, was that awesome or what? Whew. How do you raise your hand? Joey, it depends on if you're using whatever you're using. You want to go to participants, whether it's on a phone or whatever. Usually on laptops and computers, participants is down at the bottom. If you click on it, you'll see where it has a little words that says raise your hand. And that's how you do it. And Joey just raised his hand. Joey, can you see yourself yet? I'm going to unmute you guys for a second. Okay, you're unmuted, so watch what you say.
I raised my hand too, so at the end of the
Okay, yes. All of a sudden, I got hands all over the place.
Do something else. Do something new.
Okay.
Începe a new journey.
I know who it is.
Someone's on the phone call.
I know. I'm trying to find. I know who that is.
To fly.
Hi, Sarah.
Ready to do something else.
Okay, I'm just gonna mute everybody. That's crazy. It was entertaining, but it was crazy. Hi, Ben. Hi, Sarah. Sarah, holy cow. I haven't seen you in forever, my darling.
I know. I've been busy like you can't believe.
Good. I
Yeah.
think. Is it good busy?
Well, it's been juggling a regular 9 to 5 for 4 days out the week. And I'm like, okay, I give you 4 days, but I have my sessions on the 3 days. So that's it. That's all I can take.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's I mean, is it something you enjoy?
Once I leave the office, it could be enjoyable or it can't. I'm doing voters registration, so
yeah.
You're just out in different places talking to the public. Every once in a while, it's
kinda
great.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, Roxie, unmuted.
Ashla,
Go.
Roxie, hi.
Hi, guys.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
Right on. So, Anna, you are next to ask a question. Unmute yourself, darling. Where are you? Where is Anna? I don't even see her. There she is. Anna, are you with us? I'm going to unmute you.
Hi.
There you are. Okay, go, girl.
Can you hear me?
We hear you now.
Okay, because I haven't used my microphone for 5 years or so. Hi.
5 years. Awesome. Hi, Anna. How are you, baby?
Hi, Roxanne. I love you.
I love you.
Okay, and now for something totally different. What's wrong with my car?
What's wrong with your car? Nothing.
Okay, I adore my car. She's my creation. She's my joy. She's old enough to be a collector's car because I don't want another car.
Why?
Okay, there's been something wrong with her for a few years. I have been taking it to different garages, and people cannot figure out where the problem is coming from.
Yes.
So it's me, right?
Yes.
So shall I go and tell her, fuck it? Yeah, well, so what do I do?
Well, first off, I think you've had your car long enough to be a collector, but you love it so much. How about something new in your life?
I don't like any other cars.
Well, because you are judging every other car because your dependency is on this car. So whatever comes into your reality, you say, I don't like any other cars. But have you experienced any other cars?
No.
Because your whole construct vibration is, I'm not going to get another car because I love this toy and I'm going to keeping it around. But you are telling you, so the car in your vibrational reality is saying, hey man, can you let the fuck go of me and let me die? I need to go on to other things.
Oh God.
And then watch the new idea car come into your life.
Okay. Okay.
Hang on, real quick. Here, let me just reference this. In the good old days, in my day, we used to. Today's kids aren't what they. We used all that shit. Hey guys, we're evolutionary. We don't hold on to rungs of the ladder because the rungs of the ladder keeps us in mediocrity. You're allowed to have an awesome car. Where do you live?
Vancouver, British Columbia.
Cool.
Yeah, it is. I love it.
What kind of car you have up there?
It's a Suzuki Sidekick.
The classic Sidekick. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, they dumped the Samurai because it kept on flipping over and brought the Sidekick in. Nice move. Okay. So in your idea passings of the now, there's no car that you would ever see that could ever replace the Suzuki Sidekick.
Oh, a Jeep, but that's too big.
Oh, a Jeep. Wait a minute. Did you just say there's another car?
Okay, it's too big for the city. Mine is tiny.
It's not too big for the city because the city's created in the moment. So the streets and the parking lots are there that fit the Jeep that you buy. You think the world's permanent? You don't think that's going to change in the now that you create? Why would you buy yourself something that's shitty? You wouldn't. You get it? You're fighting for excuses to deny yourself what you want to have. That's the whole idea behind this vibration. That's where we're going with this. Now you're starting to see it a little bit more. Man, yes?
Yes, yes, yes.
So give yourself a gift. You know? You can keep the Suzuki around as a nostalgic thing and maybe stick it in a museum backyard or something. I don't know. But let it go and watch what you can create for yourself. But you really do want something else, but you're, like say, fighting for your limitations because you can't get this because. But I dare say if someone bought you a nice Jeep, said, here, I mean, here's the Jeep at your door and here's the keys. And they go like this. Watch. Ready?
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Okay, I get it. Okay, I'll let somebody else in. I get it. Thank you. Love you.
That's it.
That's it.
Booyah. You got this shit.
Yeah.
Try a Subaru. They're fun.
Yeah, Subarus are fun.
Yes. Dawn. Go, girl, go.
Hello?
Hello.
I'm sorry, I couldn't unmute it.
That's okay.
Okay. I have questions that probably a lot of people are asking right now.
Perfect.
The paradox with our politics right now. All over the map, I am pretty able to see how we've created it all. I am in this interesting place where it's fascinating me right now. The exposure is fascinating me right now. Sharing the information is actually been a lot of fun. And yet, I'm right there on the edge where it could get very negative.
If you choose it to get negative.
Correct. Okay, correct.
Makes sense? But
Okay. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Okay, then keep having fun with it.
Okay.
See, in Roxie's world, there is no political idea. She goes over to her parents' house. They have Fox News on political ideas. Okay?
Right.
That's
okay.
Okay? And that's her extent of the world of the political ideas. But usually she'll go out to the front, grab her cell phone, play a game of chess, and have a cigarette. Okay, done. All right, very good.
Okay.
Go back inside. Maybe they've changed the channel. Maybe they haven't. Doesn't matter because she doesn't pay attention to it. But those are the old versions of the parents. Now they, pretty much just watch some TV shows when Roxy's there and Tom. Okay?
Well, I used to pay no attention to it. Okay.
You follow your joy and you want the political, that's what you get. Then play with it. Have fun with the exposure and this and that. That's your life. That's what you get. But remember the quality. When it becomes an idea of got to know, an incessant idea of understanding a status or identity for knowledge of knowing what might happen and what this is so you can defend your arguments from different standpoints of yourself. If the case anything comes along and challenges your political view, then that's what you'll get, and that's your idea of focus now. But if it's fun for now, no, wait, if it's fun for now, don't stop. Don't stop.
Right.
But until it becomes non-fun, Christiana.
I couldn't care less about parties.
Hang on. Christiana, mute yourself, or someone else mute Christiana. Thank you. All right, say that again, Don.
Okay. Honestly, I'm not for a team. What I find interesting is the exposure. It is exposing how our humanity. I think exposure is important as far as changing things and shifting things in people.
You think it's important?
Okay, correct.
Okay,
well,
so that's what you're getting.
Well, hold on. I had questioned whether it was important. I was listening to Bashar. Bashar in particular said exposure was the first step, and that from that point on, I embraced it.
Cool.
Now, I care more about how we're creating our new world. I care more.
Wait a minute. Stop. Not we. You.
Okay.
Okay, you are creating your new world. Don't think for 1 second that it's going to be on the world of another world.
Got it.
Make sense?
Got it. So
Okay,
I'm getting that sense of being a god. Yes. Okay.
All right, slow down. Slow down. You move too fast. Okay. Listen, the 4D world is going to take care of itself, with or without you. How you create it's up to you. But as soon as you start throwing your casting ideas of tendrils to other people's ideas that they need to understand my world, that that's the world we're going to create, then you're becoming an idea of a leader within a construct of what's correct, which is limiting.
Correct. Okay. So just stay in the vision of myself, of my higher, say, not even a vision, stay in the beingness.
There you go. Because vision is time.
Gotcha.
You are creating a world of fun. Have fun. But the minute you put purpose behind it, that is from a construct of a separating idea, a divisional idea to where you know you are looking at others as they need to, then you are just continuing the separation within your world. And you won't play in my world.
No, this is perfect. No, this is perfect. Thank you.
I know it's perfect. You wrote it.
No, I've been right on this edge where I've really enjoyed all of this, and yet I'm also looking at it going, but I just want to go to my happy place now and play. Okay.
Fucking hey.
It's
an endless garden to play in.
Say that again?
It's an endless garden to play in. But your importance of coveting ideas of what's important keeps you in the playground of that playground. But you can always change playgrounds and just go to the fun land. And the fun land stays forever. Make sense? As soon as it becomes a choice, let it go is what we're saying.
So the contrast, of course, we hit the contrast, and the contrast is a bouncing off place for our expansion. And of course, it seems to me the paradox is that although that contrast is very, very necessary, it's really just supposed to be a catalyst then. We kind of take the hit and then move on.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. If you didn't see anything different than what the world was, why would you ever wake up? Why would you ever change?
Correct. So, okay, so just take a quick hit on it and move from there back into the playland. Okay.
Yeah, say, oh, look at the limitation that I coveted because it's in my vibration. Otherwise, it wouldn't be in my mirror. Period.
Okay, right. Gotcha. And that's not the world I choose to create.
Then you got to let go of that vibration. That world doesn't come back in that manner anymore.
Got it. Okay, and I guess one more question, if I can.
Go.
Looking at creating my new world, I have a lot of things that I very much want. That some of them I've been chronically holding away from myself. Is that just simply an issue of just saying I already have them? That's it. Enough said.
That's one permission slip.
Okay.
You do have them, but I want you to look at the want. Okay. I want is time. That means I am is lack.
Want is
have.
Okay.
I want this because I don't have this. So
Correct.
that means I'm
Correct.
not enough right now. I'm lack right now.
Oh, so I appreciate it. So go into my God self, have it already, appreciate it, and thereby I have it now. I already have
If you want that, yeah. And let it come in time because, listen, guys, if it's that idea to understand it as full bliss, that's when it shows up. But if there's a construct behind it, that idea of escapism, then you push it away in the nows. You're keeping it at bay because you're needing that or hoping that will change this in happiness and time. And that's just screaming lack to the vibrational mirror.
Gotcha. Smile into the mirror. Okay. All right. And my last question. All right. I am a songwriter. I think I keep getting songs. I think I'm channeling them.
I know you're channeling them.
Okay. As of right now, I don't play an instrument, although I've attracted instruments to me. I would like to literally sit down and be able to play what's in my head. Admittedly, I'm not looking to play scales and spend 20 years learning how to play the piano.
Okay, then start the journey. Why does it have to be that way?
Right. Why does it?
It doesn't. Ta-da.
Okay.
Make sense?
So I could just download the ability to.
Well, if you're looking for download the ability to become a 3-year-old prodigy playing Tchaikovsky or Chopin on the piano, that's not going to be your joy. That's not going to be your joy because that's an expectation of I'm not going to have to learn anything. But what is
I like learning? Okay.
It's the journey.
Okay. All right.
See the flute? Probably don't see it. There's a couple of banjos and guitars. Roxie doesn't know how to play the banjo, but Roxie was at the thing, picked up a banjo, got a book, and starts to play. Sometimes she does scales and learns the note and chords. And sometimes she just plays and puts the little hay in her mouth, and country's out. Ding, 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 ding. It has good.
Okay.
And then she picked up a flute. Why the flute? I have no idea. But she plays the flute now, and she uses the book in the now, and then she uses her self-intuition. It's not about the outcome of what you are doing with the song. It's about the journey to experience yourself unfolding. You cannot replace the construct of time.
Okay.
And so it's not about, the songs are wonderful, they're beautiful, but it's not about.
We lost you. Did you lose her too, Kristen?
Yeah, that went
say
weird.
again, Dawn. Dawn, are you there?
Yeah, Don, your speaker went funky.
Yeah.
I think the higher voices have talked to her.
But it's not about the idea of the outcome of, I have a song. The song can be written, and it'll be written in the now, and it'll be brought forth, and the music will be brought forth in the now. And it may be you doing it, or it may not be you doing it. That's writing the songs, or not writing the songs, but playing the instruments or bringing in. It's co-creation of experiential self. People go, why is it going to happen? Because there's other people that are involved in that moment that's going to be happening. Okay, here, let me give you an example. I need to go to the doctor. I don't want to go to the doctor because I'm spiritual, so I'm going to go to a healer. Go to the healer, healer, healer. I can't go to the 3D doctor. Healer, healer, still not, I'm sick. Let me go to the doctor now. In the doctor, there's a whole world there for you. The doctor experienced something. He does this. You experience. You meet this person in the waiting room. You talk to this person, and that opens up new realities. You don't know what it is. That's why you follow the moment without any structures on the outcome and what it's supposed to be. And then that changes what it is to you, the value system, that how you're approaching the songwriting to come through and become a great song. Let it flow, baby, in the now. You got instruments in your life, start to play them. But don't try to be the player of the century before you have experienced the instrument. Fall in love with the idea of creation in the moment, and the moment changes into that beauty idea now that is timeless. Yes. Go ahead, Kristen.
Very cool. Nice. Jezebel.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey.
Jezebel, how are you, darling?
Good. I'm like totally in love with this group.
Hey, we love you.
I resonate with it so well.
Awesome.
This is basically a birthday present for me being here today. It was yesterday.
Way to treat yourself.
Yeah. Being in the company of gods, right?
Booyah.
So, my issue is connecting with others.
Okay.
Like for instance, last night I was at a party, and it was my friend's birthday party actually. So we kind of split the party together, and
Perfect.
I didn't know anybody there, and I just have this issue when I'm around lots of people. It's hard for me to connect with other people and just simple chit chat. I tend to just sit there and
lock up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I know that I have the capability inside me, but I think it has roots to do with, childhood issues and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
can you
growing
define
up, I grew up in a high control cult kind of thing.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of working through those issues right now, and
Perfect.
with just any kind of information that you might be able to.
All right, darling. Here, let me give you this, okay? It's okay to interact sometimes with one person or two people, because here, okay? What does humanity do? Humanity meets a new person. Stand by. Just listen. Humanity meets a new person, and they got to ask them questions. Hey, what do you do for a living? What do you do? What are you about? What do you like to do? What are your hobbies? They ask these questions so they can fit it into their mind of what that person is. So here comes now time. All right? Stick close with me on this. This person now is the definition of what they are in time. So I'm comfortable with them so they can become status. A, good friend. B, kind of a friend. C, acquaintance. Nothing in common. Last time I'm going to talk to him. Okay? One person. But then you have more people in a room. Okay? And then you have to deal with all these people because I don't know how to act or be accepted. That's it. be accepted by all of these people in the room. But you're not dealing with all the people, because majority of the people in any kind of party are background props. I'll say it again. They're props until the moment of engagement. So if that person over there in the corner talking to the other person by the punch bowl at the idea are props until you engage in them in the now. That's when they become energized for your idea co-creation. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Okay, so that's just one idea, okay? Now, when I'm in a room, big room, okay, I'm in the moment of whoever I'm in front of, and with that, through my own evolution of permission slips, we're talking from the Roxie's perspective, she becomes that idea, okay? That idea of herself in the moment to speak her joy. When she transitioned in 2010, working in a car business environment, she had the people that she could go to and talk to that accepted her for being a non-passable transgender in a man's environment where she just, you know, was working. Finding that acceptance through that was her key point, to see it was okay with one person. But she couldn't deal with the entire fucking dealership of everyone knowing Roy one day and Roxy the next day and having to go and play in the big party. Too much. So you're looking at it as an idea of too much. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I just go and deal with this person and this now. I don't care if they look at me. Oh, am I looking? They're looking at me. Do they want me? What? Why? And that you become acceptance. Acceptance. Because you want to be accepted. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a concern for them. You ever see a person that has a shitload of money and walk into a room like they own it? Because their comfort and security is they have a shitload of money and they have the big watch and they have all the bling bling, and they know that's the coveting acceptance they're creating for that for themselves because they're fucking gods. Not a fucking thing wrong with that. That's awesome. They get to experience that portion of themselves of being the idea of what? I own this world. That reality. They do. Now, you can do it, but without all the shit. Because it is your world. You're doing it not with the idea of status, of importance of other people's in the people's eyes.
I just feel so meek sometimes.
Good. Be meek. It's okay, but not weak. There's a big fucking difference. Meek is the idea of just sitting back and not worrying about trying to perform like a monkey on a string so you can get acceptance. That's, make sense? That's ego. Meek is not the one that is a surrendering idea or less than, is what the Bible construct has been interpreted as that, the meek showing. Meek is like, okay, I got this shit from over here. You all just keep playing, and then when it's your now, you become the God because you speak your truth, your joy, yourself. And you're not there to perform or be accepted. You're there to experience yourself and the possibilities of creation. Approach the room like this. Ainsley channeled the Pixies the other day. She channeled the Pixie, her name was Sarah. And then Pixie said this. Can you imagine yourself in a room? I think it was Ainsley. Imagine yourself, anyways, can you imagine yourself in a room or in a mall or in a parking lot or at a party or at work, and you see all these entities? Can you now start to see them as gods? Ones that forgot, that chose amnesia with you? To reflect, they may not know, and that causes fear that they're not on the same boat that you are, comfort in numbers, same idea, state of mind, we think alike. That's all excuses. They know the same thing you do up there. Let go of the veil and define them as a God that forgot and playing in the playground with you, and you can offer in the now your joy to have them reflect. If they see you as a dragon, so fuck what? At least they got to see something that didn't belong in their world, which shakes up their set world and upsets them. And then you've left a mess, and you don't have to fucking clean it up. You don't. You just go, oh, awesome. Okay, bye. Oh, what you said, bye-bye. I love that one. Thank you for flying Bastard Airlines. Bye-bye. You know, you just can do that. You're not obligated. You're not there to be anything to anybody. You're there to discover yourself through the interactions of being yourself. And then what happens? You discover new portions. God, why am I so afraid? And then you do, and you be yourself, and you go, God, why was I so afraid? I can't believe it. I'm going to start living now.
This takes practice, I guess.
It's in the now, not time. It's in the now, in the now, in the now.
Well, I'm
Go
doing
in-
it now.
Yes, you're doing it now in front of 35 people. Right?
Good. Yeah.
So love you, baby.
I'd like to share a drawing that I was drawing while I was.
Please. Bring it on, baby. Aww. Hang on, let me put that on speaker view.
Yeah.
What is? Oh, look at you. Okay, stop talking. Okay, there we go. Jezebel's talking now. That's so cute.
I was just drawing that when we were having the.
Jezebel, can you put it back up and keep talking so you stay on speaker view? Because I'd love. There you go. Wow.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's just a doodle, but I was
That's
just drawing it while we were. And I tend to paint a lot, and then like animals come through my paintings, and I do abstracts, and they tend to come through my paintings and like in a very abstract way, like a wasp and like chickens and a deer and foxes, and I guess I'm channeling that. I think I am.
Baby,
Well,
that's
thank
your
you so much. I love you guys.
Hang on, Jezebel. Jezebel, stand by. Slow down. I have more. You brought up the paintings for what? To show what? That you have a talent to yourself, and you do. And you get that reflection through us because it was fucking gorgeous. Now, don't be afraid to show your talent, which you have hesitated.
Yeah.
You have a joy. It's not for abundance. It's not for acceptance. It's not for status. It's not for being something in the others of eyes, in the eyes of others, rather. The others of eyes, Rox, really. It's for you to express your love, your joy. You have a joy, a knack. Bring it to the world so we can see ourselves in your idea, reflection. We see the beauty that we are through you. Oh, don't hold your love back, baby.
That's so sweet. Thank
We
you.
love you. You're welcome.
Love you too.
Nice. Okay, Alan.
Hi there. Hi, Sly, everybody.
Alan, how are ya?
Great to be here. Good.
Good to see you again.
A lot of forward movement since our meeting last week, I think.
I know.
Which led me, oh, that's cool.
Go ahead, darling.
Kind of led me to this idea, and this is going to sound like a newbie question, maybe. I don't know.
Stop judging yourself and speak your truth.
You're right. I'll just throw it out there.
Bingo.
Okay. If like in the New Age idea, they have this concept of blocks, which, I have to admit I've kind of seen that in that viewpoint too. I tend to liken it now more as we see our barriers and and then they can be transformed.
Of course.
But what we do every day, we're continually reinforcing these barriers until we actually notice that we're creating them.
Yes.
But even when we see them, they can be very scary because you identify them, but you still can't necessarily move past them just because you see that, or it becomes scary. And the question I have is that there are people out there, they call themselves healers, and this is something I specifically noticed, the website of an individual who I kind of tuned into her thinking on things, if you want to call it that, and found that she really resonates with me. But her idea, she's in the more the New Age paradigm kind of thing, but she talks about removing blocks and things of that nature through remote healing. Now, I know that gets into murky ground of saying, well, I'm approaching it from an idea of lack, of needing to be healed or something like that. But is it possible to approach it from the point of view of reducing the energy around those blocks with a co-creative situation with another individual that maybe call themselves a healer?
Of course. Yeah, you can do that. Those are permission slips.
Yes, that's
all they are. The healer's a permission slip. The channeler's a permission slip. The car, oh, even better, the airplane. The airplane is a permission slip because you don't think you can fly. Boom. That's why you have airplanes, because you wanted to fly. So you invented the permission slip to get to yourself to use a non-airplane in time. And then it goes to teleportation. But you use the device first. So this idea is your broken problem of the block needs to be fixed, and I can't do it myself, so my permission slip is a healer. But you've decorated for like probably 1.5 minutes of discussing what's the question. Does this shit work? Yes, if you choose it to. Why, Alan? Why? Because you're God. Okay? I'm a doctor. I come in, you're laying right there on the bed, and I go, hey, Alan, you're sick, we figured it out, and we have this brand new pill, okay? And it's going to fucking work. Now, I do believe that. I really do. And you sense my vibration of believability that this is the pill that will save and fix my problem right now instantaneously. And then you being the patient says, which is really the one that's the healer, and goes like this. Okay, I believe the doctor, I believe the pill, you take the pill and it works. And the pill is a fucking placebo. It's a vibrational light show that looks like a vibration of a pill. You put it in your mouth and you feel the texture of the light and it becomes a solid idea and all the belief systems kick in and says, I'm healed. You get it? Are you following me?
Yes, definitely.
The healer is an idea for you to attract that idea because you have blockages. Block's a big word for me. You can use challenges. Another part of the prison. Limitations. Look at me finding my way out of my own prison I built. How fucking awesome. Tethers, tendrils. Use whatever you want to do. Make sense?
Yes, I guess my concern, and you've answered it, is not approaching it from that idea of lack, but more
Hell no, you can't
more
be
of an idea of joy.
Discovery of what? Limitations. How can you not be excited about your understanding of yourself that you've been validating as a construct of limitation? I see it as exciting. Of course, you're God, so you get to choose.
Wonderful.
Booyah. Good shit, Alan.
Thank you.
Good.
Red coffee cup.
I know, right? Very good. Who's up next, Vicky?
Victoria. Go, Tori.
Hey, Sly.
Victoria, my drama queen for the last a month now?
I don't know.
How long's it been since we talked?
2 months, 2.5.
2.5 months. Nah, I don't think it's been 3 months. Been a while. And wait a minute. Wait. Everyone see her? She looks alive. She looks like she got, oh, yeah.
I see a roof over her head.
I see a roof. I love you. God, you are a fucking epic God to choose the shitstorm you gave yourself.
Yeah.
That was some work that she did.
Fucking intense.
Good work.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
I was given this room today to use. There's a huge meeting. There's like 50 people here, and it's commotion outside. But like right before this started, one of the dudes that lives here was like, "Here, use my room.
Oh yeah.
Here you go."
Magic.
And I really like this room. This room's really awesome. I like it a lot.
Magic.
Yeah. So I want to talk to you about the situation I've been in, and not in this now, but tomorrow I've manifested a ride to go to California.
So go.
It's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Not all wanderers are lost. Always know that.
If it doesn't happen, or I'm wondering, so
If what doesn't happen? The ride?
who knows? Yeah.
The ride's there if you want it to be there. If it's not there, then there's something else there. But you don't try to make the ride happen or worry about the ride because you change the vibration of the ride and the experience that you've offered yourself with worry and lack from the standpoint of not now. Everything is set tomorrow. Let the fuck go and watch it happen like you have been letting go. You've been controlling, but not as much as you've been controlling. You've let go of a lot of the control to see that, oh, it's all right. But now California comes up, and this is a heightened sense of importance in your world. And now here comes time. Oh, what happens? You don't need to question it. You're God, Vicky. Your ride is there. If there's no ride there tomorrow, what is there? Something else that's a lot funner, a lot higher, a lot more bliss, a lot more excitement. Because A gets you to B. But everyone says, that's it. There can't be anything else because it's a now that idea. And if it looks like it crumbles, I fucked up. A goes to B, goes to C. A right now is the ride. B might be the non-ride and still be where you're at, but there's another idea of B that you haven't seen, and you can't see it until you focus on A. That's why A looked important, looked exciting. But A might take you to California, and there's a B in California, and that B is something you would never have as here. But don't consider yourself an escapism. You're just going to yourself in the now. Go along for the ride and let the fuck go. What are you worried about? What's going to happen? Are you going to get crushed like you've been crushed already? Crushed to the point to where you've been crushed? No way. You can't get that crushed anymore. You've given up that vibration of that lack. That's gone. You've coalesced that. So the ride is, okay, it's not here. Big fucking deal. All right, well, now what? You'll be okay. It won't be like, motherfucker, and you bring yourself to your knees and you're crying. That's not going to happen. But here's what I can tell you. The ride's there. It'll be there. Let the fuck go. Stop trying. Stop. Let go. You don't need to control the world. Because if you want to know what control was, look in the past. There have been an ounce of fucking pain in the past. That's your control. Don't say it's anyone else. I'll come over there and kick your ass if you're going to play the blame game. Stop it. I love you. Go ahead.
Well, that's another question. I haven't even gotten to mine yet, but do you have any tips on letting go of the expectation?
The expectation is expectancy. You can have an expectancy, and we're going to reference the idea or echo the idea of Bashar. The expectation is limited. The expectancy is what you are. I'm a God. I expect an awesome world, but I can't tell myself the expectations of the world. The expectancy is that it's all going to be awesome. That's it. Expectation is limiting. We've all told the idea of the pony and the unicorn. The little girl wants the pony on Christmas morning. All she says is a pony. Dad asked, Mom asked, all the time. Dad, Mom, we're asking the child, what kind of pony? What this, what that, what color, what this? And asking all the details, and she goes, I don't care. Just a pony. And then Christmas morning, she gets a unicorn. Because she didn't put expectations on what kind of pony it was supposed to be. But if she did, that's it. That's the limitations of your imagination. If you want to be to A, and A is within the construct of your referencing point of what A is going to be in the future, then that's all you fucking get. But guess what? A is a lot bigger than A can be. A can be so much bigger, but you are the one who expected A to be, because you reference that as an escape point of this now to that now in lack, to be a free or happy person, because you can have A, but you can have A plus. But you will expect only A. That's what you get. Because why? You're fucking God. You get it?
Well, I didn't have any idea of what was going to come up in Florida. I just wanted to fucking have some shelter. That's all.
You did. You slept on a beach, right?
And in a bathroom. That was shelter.
You slept on a beach. Was it raining?
I wasn't. There were cops patrolling every 30 minutes.
What did the cops
get
you?
No, I was in between.
No. The answer is fucking no. But I'm gonna fight for my past unlimited because it's gonna happen. But it fucking didn't, Victoria. Stop fighting for your limitations. You see it. It's all awesome. I'm sorry. Where are you now? Here.
So, and the idea of being here, and Roxy's told me, don't judge them, just be you. And I've allowed them to be completely themselves. But what I can say is that it doesn't feel good to be around all these things that I mean, I'm creating them in the mirror, so they're my limitations or something.
They're in the mirror as an idea of unconditional love. You're translating them into an idea of non-acceptable to you. That's okay. Are you talking about people around your environment?
Yeah, and I can walk away and choose myself, yes?
Okay.
For when it doesn't feel good.
Yes. Yes, you can, because that changes your mirror instant, but you're afraid of the consequence of your choices in time, so you succumb to fitting in and not saying or walking away or speaking what you want to do. Then you can't see the mirror reflection in action, being the dragon and loving yourself and going, God, that fucking felt good.
Well, I've done it sometimes, and I've been called. I got the perspective of being ignorant again, which my mom
Good,
used to say,
but that's you to say that to yourself. You're saying that, they're saying ignorant. So someone calls you ignorant and you're going, you're right, I am, and that hurts. That's your own lack. That's the exposure. You think they're actually doing that. No, they're not. You're translating as that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Someone could call Roxy the ugliest fucking man, woman, shit storm that she was. A couple years ago, that would have sent her into hurt. Now it's like, okay, good. Awesome. I love how you see me. I'm pretty awesome in your world. Thank you. Do you understand? It doesn't slide her. So if someone calls you a name and you're pissed, that's your acceptance relying on that motherfucker to create your happiness, which is lack because your authority is with another's opinion instead of the love for yourself, which is the whole reason. Stop fighting for the excuses because they're still doing that. Listen, every fucking rose is a rose. It's only how you see the rose. Do you get it?
Yeah, but what I want to walk away from it.
Then walk away.
Yeah. So if I were to just, because if I
were,
right,
you're
well,
talking time, Vicky. You're talking time. Stop being afraid and trying to get a good answer so you can give yourself permission to do it. You're the God here. It's time to be that. Fuck what's going to happen when you, because it hasn't happened. You're now, be the now. Do you get it?
Just walk away with my big backpack.
Fucking A! Why? Because you're God. Your ride's coming tomorrow. Can you deal with it tomorrow? But you don't have to.
Yeah,
That's the gift. You can walk away right now with your backpack because you're God. But you don't trust it. So that's the vibration that you will attract in the now until you do trust it. By giving up and stop trying to control this shitstorm universe that you've created for yourself. You get it? Are you still okay right now from the 3 months of all the crap that you've talked about Roxy with? Yeah, but 3 months later. Let me try a couple more yeah buts. Stop.
Well, it's almost killed me.
No, it didn't. It didn't even come close to killing you. Because you can't die. There's no death, Vicky. How long do you want to fight for your limitations when you've been so aware from them? As long as you get to do that, that's the answer. As long as you choose and get to do that because you're God. Make sense? Are you
I
following?
still had to talk to you about it.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't anymore. Because it's now. See, 2 minutes ago you needed to, but now you don't. Get it? Because you're evolutionary right now. Now all you have to do is accept it. But of course you want to talk about it. We'll be here. We'll never go away. Get it?
Well, yeah, I want to accept myself the way I am until I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
Yes. So right now, accept yourself. You gave yourself a hell of a fucking ride. It can't go down from here. You know that because the value of the appearance of what's around you is not that bad anymore like it was. You relied on this, relied on that. That was your image. That was your dependency. And you fucking shattered it all to find only one thing, you. And now you have reminiscences of that. Yeah, but what abouts? That's okay. That's the candy stuff. But now we're going to hammer you until you see it. Oh, I don't have to choose any of that shit anymore, do I? Fuck, I don't have to do that anymore. Damn, that's freeing. What's going to happen? I don't give a fuck. I've already been through it all.
Mm-hmm.
Get it?
Mm-hmm.
The worst is way over. Done.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to kick ass? Because you are. Come on in.
No talking. Okay. Shoot. I'm going to move to this other room real quick. I guess, we can move on. I have one other question, but I don't want to take other time if other people
Can we let Joey ask his question and then come back to you when you move to the other room? Oh.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's do that.
They left. I don't know.
Oh, nice.
I don't know.
By the way, Vicky, you think Sly is talking to you? That's you yelling at you. That's the you that couldn't get through to you in your head, so it's piggybacking in on Sly. That's you doing all that to you, trying to get through to you. That's how awesome you are.
Love you both.
We love you, absolutely.
All right, yeah. If the time comes where there's a time for me to ask them a question later, then cool. If not, whatever.
Okay. Well, I'll have Joey go, and then yeah, we'll have you go too. All right, Joey.
All right. Bye. Love you.
Mwah.
Love you. Joey,
Right.
what's up?
Hi. I have a lot of. Good. How are you?
Good.
I have a lot of different creative passions, and they, I don't know, they are very exciting to me. Except they involve a lot of learning things that I feel like I don't have the focus to learn.
All right, give me one example.
Okay, like 3D animation.
Okay.
So that's something that's complicated for me, and it involves a lot of like sitting down and learning and focusing. And
Why does it
but
do that?
I love the idea. What?
Wait a minute. Why does it involve sitting down and learning a lot of stuff?
Because the software that it requires knowing how to use.
Okay. And
Seems-
do you have the software?
Yeah, I do.
Have you started using it?
Yeah, I have. And
Okay.
what happens is, like, sometimes I'll make some good progress with it, but a lot of the time, my mind is too. I just have a hard time focusing enough on like the one specific thing, or my body feels uncomfortable when I'm sitting
Good.
there. And
Okay, now stop. Okay? If you have a passion for 3D animation and you're in the moment, you do it, and it's the moment. But what you're doing is putting in a reason why you're doing it. If it's a passion, there's no reason why you do it. You just do it because you want to do it. And then that's when the journey of it uncovers. Like the instrument that's presented, like this new toy that's presented. You're discovering to play with it, but if you put a reason why it's there in a construct of maybe it's going to give me a career, then I need to be good at it. And then you judge your own work in comparisons to what your fractal idea mind says work is. That's acceptable. Huh. Make sense? So you're looking at your world from, am I following this passion for me? Am I following this passion for time, outcome, status, abundance, acceptance? If those are the constructs of the passion, then the passion makes your body antsy in the moment because it's not passion. It's limitation because it's an expectation that vibrates. Remember the ideas that you create, and then all of a sudden you've created some good shit, but then it's let go. When you're done, you're done. Walk the fuck away until you go back. Are you following this idea?
yeah, I understand it, and I've been thinking about whether I'm trying to do it for a reason other than that, just because I really want to. But when I think about other things that I could possibly be doing, I'm not really interested in a lot of other things.
Well, then don't do the other things until they become the effortless passion of the moment. What you want to do. You following?
Yeah, but then when I come back to what I actually want to do, then it keeps going back. Like I come to, like, I really just want to do like learning animation, that stuff. But then when I go for it, then I just have this either discomfort or inability to focus.
Okay.
And then
walk away.
And then when I let myself not focus, I just do things that are not fun, that I don't like, because I'm not really interested in other things. And I do mindless things that actually make me still very antsy because...
Yes, because you're doing mindless things. Oh, yeah. You have found a new nugget for you, my friend. You're judging the mindless things you're doing. That's why you're antsy about them, because they're not fitting a construct of accomplishment. There's no action that you do that's choosing the now that's really mindless. It's all beautiful, but you've said it's mindless, so what's the opposite of of polarity in that? Mindless, mindful. Mindful is accomplishment, worthy of time, worthy of action, leading to a constructive investment of action and time, giving me a fortifiable outcome in the future. See, that's what it is. You are doing something passionate, but it's really not passion. Not 100% on this one, but that's okay, because that leads you to this now. So now in this now, you can redefine the passion, and it still could be the 3D animation, but the approach is different now. Because when you stop doing it and you go and do these mindless things, you're antsy is because the body says, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing through the mind vibration that you're not paying attention to, but that's your background program running. That's saying, Joey, oh, Joey, you're not doing construction. It's constructive ideas here. You're wasting time. You're not becoming. You should be doing something else. How old are you? 22, 24?
24.
24, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 24.
24. All right? 24 years old, and you want to be that monster idea. You want to be successful because your world has shown you success. And that's your driving, coveting in ideas to be safe and secure. But also you woke up and now you're in a quandary with yourself going, fuck, I really don't want. Now you're learning, you're unfolding. Relax. Okay? Follow your joy in the now. If it's the passion of doing the 3D with the software you bought, then that's what it is. The minute it becomes a chore, walk the fuck away. And then whatever you're walking or fucking away to, don't judge. And when you feel that antsiness, know that's the illusion saying, oh, you're right, I should be doing something else. And then you can think in your mind, oh, what would be better if I'm not doing this? I'm choosing a lazy idea or a non-accomplishment idea. Okay, I just chose that. What would be better? And then if it looks like fucking work, then you know.
Okay.
Your
Yeah.
ego mind says, oh, you should do this. Oh, yeah, but that's work. That's effort. And effort can be anything. You base it on effort. The vibration of feeling. Remember when you were little? Remember when you went outside to play? You just played? There was no trying to play? Then they taught you how to do something. You have to do something else now. You got to be responsible. Got time to go to school. Time to get serious about life. Time to learn. That's effort. That's what we're talking about. Following, darling?
Yeah, but then it's just that when I don't know, I just keep coming back to the other thing is that when I stop doing what I consider to be fun / productive, then the other thing that I do is not something that I like ever. And
Well, why don't you like doing it?
Well, because it's not even actually really a thing. It's kind of more just that I'm shutting down.
Good. What's wrong with shutting down? You're judging in action.
It's boring.
Okay, then get up and do something that's fun.
I never have anything in mind that I think would be
Bingo,
fun.
there it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is good, Daniel-san. You learned a lot today. All right, once again, we have examples. I want you to name in your mind, and you can share with us if you choose, 5 things that are fun.
Making music.
Making music.
Drawing out concepts of animation or games or something.
Okay, keep going. Hanging out with friends? Fucking what?
Well, being with particular friends.
Friend, okay. Romance?
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
That's...
Okay, so we'll go...
Yeah.
So if your actions in the now, that what's available because you don't see is not based on your ideas of fun, guess what? You're batting them away. You are theorizing in the instantaneous moment, my action is shitty and there's nothing else going on because you're only looking for the fun. But there's shiny things in your reality that are around you, but you won't consider them because they don't fit the category of the past of exceptional times of fun, which is a vibration, which is who you are now, understanding now that that's what you've been doing. So now is an opportunity to see whatever is there and take yourself on a joyride, literally a joyride instead of the mediocre ride you've been giving yourself. So when you think of joyride, you got 2 young teenagers stealing a car for a joyride. Go on a joyride. Okay, not literally stealing the car unless you choose that. That's awesome. But what I'm talking about is letting go of the 4 things that we just all talked about as fun. And there's something else and something else, but you don't know where those something else's go, and you won't certainly choose them because they don't fit the construct of what you consider fun. And you'll never know where they go because you are theorizing there's no outcome in acceptance of doing it because it doesn't have any accomplishment. It's not going to make me more than what I am. And you are all that is right now. This is it. Big shit for you, just you uncovered. I'm telling you. You may not see it or understand it because you're seeking for that illusionary idea of an epiphany that's going to release you from all your bounds in the moment. That doesn't exist because it's all done in the now, now, now. It exists in time, but it's done through the now. You want it instantaneous. Let it go. So what you're doing is finding joys that you find acceptable, but you're neglecting or batting away or not choosing all the relevance of fun in your life. You're deeming something as irrelevant. Irrelevant is judgment. All realities are relevant. You're at a buffet. No one says no to this. You go by and look at it all. You may say no, but you're not irrelevant about it. You see a buffet as an offering. Oh, little Chinese, little Native American. Let's see, what else do they have? Buffet food, right? Chicken, pizza, right? You get to pick. That's what's in your reality, but you're saying, no, that's not good. No, that's not good. You won't try it. But I guarantee you this, as soon as you're in your reality and you feel something and you immediately reject it, now you're going to start noticing the feeling, I want to, but. And the but is you saying but's based on the structure that you define yourself as reality. This is what reality is. This is accomplishment. This is success. This is fun, period. If it doesn't fit that, fuck it. It's out of my world, which leads you to this now. That's why you're here, to see there's more. But you won't take a chance on yourself because it might not produce. And you're all about production because you're validating success. And what is over success? What's success over? Failure. Oh, yeah. And you got to fight that motherfucker. So I don't validate a success, so therefore there's no failure. Be now. No outcome, no time, no accomplishment, no success, no failure. None of those constructs of being a human are according to what humanity is supposed to be, to the rigid idea structures that you bought into. Not your fault. You're God. Gave yourself amnesia. Remember that. So let go and start to explore yourself. And don't worry. You got to give yourself a permission slip. You do because you love time. Your permission slip is a few days. Today's Saturday, maybe till Tuesday. Stop trying to become any kind of fun and just do whatever you want to do. Give yourself a few days of choosing. We've given this construct and it works every time. It's a practicum to just say, I don't care anymore what I do. I'm not going to judge it to see the possibilities of myself. Let me try an idea of other than what I've been depending on. And that changes everything. You following?
Yeah, it's just when you say do whatever you want to do and then also try other things that I'm already that I will reject immediately.
Yeah.
There's kind of like a gray area with whether it's actually something that I want to do because I'm kind of just taking a chance at it.
Doesn't matter. Go and do it anyway. You're saying whether I want to do it because you're still trying to figure out whether you want to do it. That's your logical mind kicking in. Just go with it, and then if it doesn't work out, have you wasted time? Fuck no.
Okay.
You found out what you don't want in your life. That's discovery of the self of vibration that you don't choose anymore. But guess what? If you do find something in there, you never took a chance on yourself, then guess where you were? Where you are, where you've always been. Same idea circle that you've been playing with. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Perfect.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome, darling. Coolio. Who's next?
That was awesome. Wow. Sarah Oxidine.
Sarah!
How you doing?
Hey, baby. How are you?
Oh, a lot of new changes, and it's different at the moment since yesterday, apparently.
Well, thank God. I'm so happy it's different for you. Don't you get to see more of the shit?
It's really different. Like, my higher self stepped in yesterday and said, "You've reached a graduation point." A graduation point. And I'm like, what? But I'm trying. Well, there's not trying. Okay. So I have a question.
Go.
And when I wanted to ask you this question, then the answer popped up. So I know I'm a god.
Yes.
I'm experiencing all these realities. I'm channeling, I'm toning, I'm going to different planets. I'm directing people through timelines. What?
Where's the lack?
Right. So when I get to other people, like I'm working a job right now.
Okay.
And I try to form myself into this construction of an idea that is so much smaller. Like I see myself as a god, and then there's this small being that I try to become because people aren't ready to accept.
Boom!
And it's kind of like,
aren't ready
what the hell?
Sarah,
it's kind
Sarah,
of like,
stop. You just answered your whole question.
I know.
There
That's what
are
I'm
no
saying.
people. There are no people to accept what they're not ready for. If they're in your fucking world, they're ready for Sarah. But you're afraid. Why? Because are you going to lose the job? Wait a minute. Stop. Stop. You need to stop right now. Do me a favor. Stop yourself from talking for a second and just listen to this out.
Okay.
You found a job. You have to contort yourself to become smaller because they're not ready. Who the fuck are you escaping from? You're escaping from yourself being a god. You're convincing yourself you're a god. You've shown yourself godly things, but you still haven't accepted, because when you walk into a thunderous idea of your reality, you have no questions that you're God, and you don't give a flying fuck what other people think about you. And you are in a construct contorting to that, and you're wondering why? Because you haven't accepted, baby. You're believing, you're convincing, but it is acceptance. Am I worthy of being a god? Is all this shit true? Yeah. Planets, toning, channeling, all these little permission slips that got me closer to here. But now it's time. When do I get to actually say, fuck yeah, I am a god?
Yeah.
Okay then. Here. But it's not an idea of romance. It's not an idea of, and always trying to get the mirror to feed back to you your own acceptance. Stop. Because when acceptable God seeks nothing from the mirror. Because the mirror is the self. You can never seek anything from yourself when you know yourself is that. Makes sense? It's okay, but that's what you need to see. Okay, because your journey got you to this now. It's perfect. Do not kick your own ass. Let me do that. You're okay with everything that you've done to brought to Sarah. Sarah went on a whimsical ride over to Ireland, back, up and down, all around, challenging herself with her mother, challenging and finding the old version that you've never seen before in your own self. And now you found it at a deeper sense and a deeper sense, and you keep crawling down to the thing and you keep avoiding, but now you know you can't do it. You just have to accept it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I start blabbing to people what they are or what I see in them, and then they just like, what?
I'm a dragon and I'll take a shit on your lawn and I'll leave. Because that's what we do. How do people know they can change if they don't see the change? But you're not doing it out of an idea of a protester or a preacher. You're not coming into the world and going, bleh, which only defends. You're coming into the world and you're just being yourself, but you're not doing it out of a structure of trying to get acceptance. You don't go in there roaring. You come in there like, hey, what's up, I'm Warwick? Oh, yeah. And in the moment you go, well, yeah, you're a god. What? Yeah, that's what I believe. That's my perspective, blah, 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 blah. And you just talk, and whatever you're doing to them is your judgment of what you've done to yourself. Because it's a mirror, Sarah. You put the vibration, they translate, they interpret, because it's a subjective world to all individual singularities of the whole.
Mm-hmm.
But you're still relying upon that dependency of acceptance that they're going to accept you for the great words you said. Stop trying to be something and be what you are, and that are what you are becomes the world that you are. That's what becomes.
It's more kind of like I don't want to scare them because they seem
You're not
afraid.
scaring them. You're scaring them from the perspective that you think you're going to scare them because you're thinking how they would think in your mind. Do you get it? Stop. You think you actually can interpret how I'm going to react to your actions? It's a fucking mirror, Sarah. They can't be scared unless you interpret them as scared. Nobody is in pain dying. No one ever dies. But you see them as death, and that's sorrow and pain. That's your interpretation of that reality. The rabbit, the cat, the dog, the human, the one that just got their brains blown out, didn't feel it the way you interpreted it.
That's true.
Fucking A, it's true. It's your understanding that you are giving up your own authority because you're afraid to scare them. How can you scare? Oh, are you fear? That's what you are?
No.
Yes. No, it is. Because you just validated I'm scared. It's a mirror, Sarah. You need to start seeing that. You think they're there in dependency, but they're there as a vibrational neutral reality of choice. It's truly unconditional love, as Ocyphius said yesterday. That was fucking epic. I love how he said that. It's a reality of love that you distort into your world of your own self-acceptance, Sarah. Really? Or let me ask you a question. Hang on, ready? Can I ask you an honest question? And I want you to slice your fucking self over. I want you to be a filet mignon right now. Okay? Ready? Do you just like the drama?
Did I what?
Do you just like the drama?
No.
Really? I think you need to look at that again. Because you keep talking about how you affect others all the time. And that gives you what, Sarah? It gives you life. It gives you purpose.
Yeah, I like affecting really positive ways, and
No,
I think
no, bullshit. Otherwise, if you wouldn't be using the idea of positive, negative, you just like affecting. Stop denying yourself. You just like affecting so you can feel alive that I'm actually worthy of being something here because I'm getting feedback from them. Oh, I'm scared. Look at me. I'm scaring people. That's attention, Sarah. Cut yourself open and see your honesty. Stop trying to be something because you can't be worthy of your own love. You want to get naked? You stepped in Salai's world. Now we're naked. Be honest with yourself. Do you need the drama? Do you need to keep feeding other people yourself and how you affect them? Am I really a God is all it comes down to, Sarah. Am I really accepting myself as what I am? Because the gods don't try to become gods. We don't seek to be gods because we know we're gods. Be honest. Do you just like the drama to play with, to give yourself life for the next moment? Are you a cutter? Do you just cut yourself to bleed a little bit more so you can feel that you're alive? And you call that idea blood is what we call drama in your life? Do you keep seeking other people to get some kind of feedback and you give them ideas of what was and what is and what happened to me? But does this do it for you? Does it give you a momentary lapse of reason? Does it give you a Band-Aid feeling? Does it give you something just to buy yourself a few more now so you can feel a little bit good about yourself, and then it comes back and you have to do it again and again and again and again? All you have to do is look at your nails, baby. Look at your nails and your wonderful memory. Have you been just playing the game long enough to make yourself feel good until you get to the naked truth? Can I really love myself? Can I accept myself with no one else's approval? Do I really need to start, or can I really stop being something to somebody else? Can I just stop? Can I just fucking stop trying to be something else? Can I just be me? That's the honest question. Now you're open. Now find it and choose yourself. I don't care what you choose, baby. I don't, because I know what you are. I know that you're already all that. And I can't make you in my mind any more than you already are. And you're all that is. So I don't care what you choose, because you're just creating me through you. Make sense, baby?
Okay. Yes. Well, I had one other thing. Because of everything that just changed yesterday, I wanted to know if my higher self had anything to say.
I am not going to do that to you. I am not going to do that. I am not going to give you that more my higher self. Are you kidding me, Sarah? You've been talking to that bitch for all this time.
Yes, it's true.
Okay, then start accepting your own isness. This is what we're talking about.
All right. Very good.
Very good, Sarah. Thank you for sharing yourself with us.
You're welcome.
Booyah. Next.
Damn. That was good, Sarah, because I felt like they were talking / yelling at me. So that was good. Thanks for that, Sarah.
There's no yelling.
There was no yelling. There was just passion. Quite a lot of
passion. All right, go ahead, baby.
Svetlana, you are in the butcher chair. Go, girl.
Woo! The butcher chair. Svetlana, my darling, are you back up north or are you still down south?
No, I'm south. Wait a minute. Don't say north. Okay, hold on. I want to thank everybody for the questions you guys asked, because I've been beating myself up over the same issues. So it was perfect. Everything was perfect. So my question is a little bit simple. I've been feeling guilty about the trash that I throw away. I moved and I threw away so much stuff, and I felt so guilty that where is this going? Is this going to be put somewhere in the earth? You know, this is so much shit that we put.
Like actual trash that you would throw out?
Well, like when I see like garbage day and people have like boxes and just bags and bags, and I'm just like, where is all this going? So I felt guilty about about like producing trash. I don't, you know.
Well, guess what? That's the world you live in. So until the world that comes to where there is no trash, that it's vibrated into light once again, that's the world you live in. Don't be mad at yourself for choosing the space-time now. Here's the thing. Is the dump right there? Are you at the city dump?
No.
Okay, then there's no city dump. Do you get it?
It's
okay,
just so much.
No, it's so much to you. Don't worry about Gaia and the earth. It's all in the moment that you create and how you interpret that reality. Gaia is a big-ass fucking god, and she doesn't need your help. She's ascended 5 species on her idea. This is being the last one. Okay? She's not in pain or suffering. You guys are a candy dance compared to what she's been through. Stop it. Okay? Your earth is perfect to you in the way you view it. The trash is an idea of evolutionary through the industrial age. In older times, you recirculated, but now, or let's say repurposed, because there was lack of purposeful things that required work. Now it's easy. You go and buy shit. When you're done with it, you toss it. But that's the evolutionary state. It becomes I manifest and demanifest. I will have a replicator, and I can have a dissolver is a good word for it. Tom, what's a better word for replicator on the opposite? De-replicator? Yeah, figure something out if anyone has any ideas. Because you have the creators. Replicator came from Star Trek, which actually came from time periods, okay? It's like, you got your meal. Okay, when you're done with the bowl, you put it back in and it goes into the idea of the illusional cupboard. It's deaminated. It's not your world. See, if that permission slip was there, that it's actually not in your world when you threw it away. Okay, ready? If the permission slip, Svetlana, if you took the trash and put it in the trash can and it would disappear, you would have no worries about it being on the earth. But since you validated it going to the trash truck, going to the city dump, and that's what you validated, that's your world. You're taking that construct of evolution of humanity and taking that idea and viewing as a negative way because I'm throwing away a lot of trash. You get it?
Yeah. And then I have another little one. I've been seeing number 33 a lot, like everywhere.
What is it?
33.
Yeah. What
So
is that?
like literally everywhere. And I just want to know what's behind it.
What does it mean to you? Have you looked
I mean,
up the angel number 33?
I mean, I can look, but it's the same thing. Like your angels are with you, keep doing a good job. And I'm like, no way, because it's everywhere. Like even Tommy today goes, okay, there's 33 people in this group right now. And I'm like, holy shit, you know, why is it not 34? You know, so is there something behind it, or is it just,
Yes, there is something behind it.
oh shit.
When you, but see, it's not the all shit. Lorraine's master asshole. It's going to be so simple. It's almost going to be disheartening. It's because you're God. Since you saw 33 and you thought that was cool, and what does it mean? You focused on it, and that created your reality, and all you see now is 33s. Now change the number to 44 and watch what happens. You'll see 44s like a shitload of 44s, because it's just showing yourself it's God. Right there in the mirror. Get it?
Yeah. And why did you ask me if I'm still here or if I'm up north?
Well, because you had probabilities to play out. Don't play this game with me. You know, you could have gone back up to Joyzy.
No, I stayed, but I'm,
I
you
know.
know.
Well, I know you stayed now. Thanks for tuning us in. Are you happy?
No.
Good. Because you're judging, and I love you not being happy with your own judgments. Then you get to see, hey, shit, it's okay right now. I'm still trying to become better than what I am right now, because I'm not enough right now.
Thank you. Thank you for everything. And thank you everybody for the questions. Awesome questions. Perfect. Thanks.
How we doing on questions, Kristen?
Great. My Chi Heart has a question, and I'll ask it because her microphone's not working.
Okay.
It is. How do we remove fear? Or
We don't.
fears?
We embrace fears and fears. We have to see them, okay? If everything in your reality is flowing in as this vibrational, I do it in a frequency band, okay? And that frequency is unconditional love. It bounces off your mirrors of the belief system that you bought into, and it's changed. It goes from love to fear, okay? You can't get rid of them. You love them, and you change them back by loving them, allowing them to be fears, because fears are false, because you see you created the fears out of amnesia, out of a belief. And fears become an idea of love now. You embrace them. You cherish them. Ocyphius channeled, love your limits. Love your limitations. Love them. The fear comes in. Roxie sees a fear. Is it happening now? No. Let me play it out. What's the worst case scenario? This will happen, this will happen, this will happen, this will happen. Oh my God, that sucks. Fuck. But it's not happening now. That's right. Okay, so fears are bullshit. That's right, because they're just an idea of safety and security that I taught myself to be, because I'm in the idea born, and all coveting gods, all on this planet, and I don't care where you are afraid of death at one point or another, because there's consequence after death if you don't live up to an expectations of a good person. And that instills fear of death, which means you need to keep yourself away from death. Yet you buy insurance for burial plots. Ensuring your death, yeah. Anyways, so you're going in that idea construct of I'm afraid of death. So I need to live, but I need to be a protection, because I don't know what's going to happen on the other side of that wall, because I know I'm going to die, because I see death around me every day. Okay, okay, so I have to protect. So you go in those actions of staying away what you were taught were fear. See, in one culture, it's not fearful to do A, B, or C, but in another one, since that belief was strongly validated by others and the culture started to believe in that, okay, A, B, and C is very scary. A, B, and C in this culture is not. It's not a fear. So pay attention to your fears in your world and know that's a belief system of what you coveted in your particular world. That's it. It's as simple as that. So you see a fear and say, that's a fear that I bought into. It belongs to me because it's in my world and I'm energizing, so it's my fear. Now I'm going to take my fear and change it by loving it and allowing it and not taking action and protect against it, because that would only validate that in time. because that's vibration, and vibration of prevention gets more vibration opportunities of prevention. It's like saving money. If I'm going to save money for a particular purpose, we'll call it purpose A. Purpose A, to save money, is fear, because I have a fear in the future of an outcome. That fear is, let's say, I have a car and I bought it used and I didn't buy an extended warranty because I couldn't afford it, so I'm going to start saving for an extended warranty, or saving in case the car breaks down. So that money is going to be used for the car breaking down, because you just created the car breaking down so you can use the money. That's why the money's there. It's for that idea, what you'd say it is, because you're God. So the car never breaks down if you never save money, because you don't need it. The money is spent in somewhere else. So you don't save it for a car, but maybe you save it for a rainy day. Well, the rainy day is going to come where you have to use that money, because that's what you are. You're a God. You put your energy into that fear of the future and you get to play it out. And that reinforces, thank God I saved. If not, I've been in a shitstorm. Bullshit. Because there's a billion realities. So that's why we say, don't save your fucking money. Spend it. Because you're God. If it feels good, more money's going to come. Through magical ways, over and over and over again. So your fears are whatever they are, whether they're abundance, whether they're acceptance, whether they're a belonging or denial of A, B, or C, acceptance of the self-worthiness, anything, any idea of fear that you can define. Allow it to come in. Abraham said this, echoing Abraham, follow the fears. No, reference Seth, right? Sorry, Seth. Follow the fear to the end. Watch it play out all the way to the end. Play it out, play it out, play it out. What's the worst thing that happen? At the very end, you'll all of a sudden notice that fear goes, okay, it's really not going to happen. That fear starts to change in and of itself. That vibration changes. So if you can disciple yourself into that idea of allowing the fear to play out in your imagination all the way through, even when the emotion gets really scary, hold on to something, go, okay, I got this, I got this, I got this, and let it play out all the way to the end. And you'll see that it's bullshit, because it's not happening now. And now all there is. Everything else is time. And time is the idea of not now. So you're playing in the illusion of time. Make sense? Oh, I know she can't talk. Cool.
Well, she said, so much comes back to those thought forms. Thanks, Roxy. And Sly. I added that part. He says, yes, that made sense.
Perfect.
Awesome. All right, Philip, you ready? He said, of course, I can read lips. Go, dude.
Philip, how are you?
I'm super swell. How are you?
Excellent. Thanks for coming, darling.
Good. So I've managed to create a reality for myself where anxiety exists on such a level that it prevents me from doing some basic things, like go to a store. Like it will like either delay it by 20 minutes, or I'll put it off by a whole day and a half or something of that nature.
Going out into public?
What was that?
Going where? Out to public? Going to where?
Yeah, just heading out. Like anytime, typically that not anytime, but it's some of the times. But it's very noticeable that when I'm going to do something, like example, just in going or needing to go to the store, I will create some sort of situation where it will delay me by X amount of minutes, or I'll be like, okay, well, I'll just do it tomorrow or the day after.
Right. Do you have a job?
In the moment, I do the job of me. That's it.
Right. So you don't have an outside source that you leave your actual apartment?
But no, I don't know.
How long do you stay there a day?
It varies on the day, but for them, it could be a vast amount of hours, honestly.
Yeah. So what are you becoming, Philip?
I already have my answer.
Yes, you do. Okay.
So
you have the answer. You know the definition, that idea. That's an experience to play out. You're allowed to become that. If you guys are wondering, shut in type of guy. Shut in. Okay. Something along that lines. But you're becoming what you're saying to yourself, Philip. That's your choice. You know you can and have in your past experiences spread your love all over the place. I remember when you were a child as a bicyclist. I remember when you were playing in the hood. I remember when you were being the kid and you didn't care and you wore shirts with ice cream on them and you didn't give a shit. You never seeked acceptance as that, and then it shifted. Oh yeah, now I got it. Now I got it. Now you see it. Here, ready? It's right there. Here you go. Now you see the acceptance. Now you see the fuck, I failed. Now you see that. And now it's starting to birth and more. And it's more comfortable in this world that you've done because you don't need to deal with that possibility of rejection. And in the more idea of numbers that I see, I have to be accepted. Same as Jezebel. I had to be accepted. I have to deal with these ideas, but yours is a different construct because you found a home that's comfortable. You found a world that's creative, and you're truly just making excuses because it's easier to stay inside and not interact because that monumental. And you gave yourself upon realization of the cause, but you haven't taken action against it to see that it's okay to be that idea of, I don't need your acceptance to be who I am, to live, to love myself. I don't need that. I don't need that. And you've been thwarting it. You've been rejecting it. That's okay. Now you're aware. Now you're aware. And now you can choose. And when you get to the point of being what you think you're going to go to, you'll shift. You will. And you'll be whatever you want to be to yourself. But now you have the awareness of it. There's no solution here in the now of theory. The solution lies in the now of what you call time. But it's now, 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 now. You'll be presented with opportunities to get up and go and do something that you would normally wouldn't do or convince yourself otherwise the reason why you don't need to do it. And then you're going to express yourself in an experiential way with a smile, a nod, an eye contact. And you're going to receive because you're not doing it for an expectation of acceptance. You're not trying to belong. You're not trying to do that. What you're doing is just being a little bit of you in the chest itself of the vibration and see the reaction of that person with the eye contact or the smile back that's positive, and you're going, okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And then you do it and again, and it builds and builds, and all of a sudden you're out of the shitstorm you've created for yourself right now. I call it a shitstorm because you know it's a shitstorm because it is a shitstorm. But it's a nice one. It's comfortable. It's easy. But it's limiting. And you're aware of it.
Yeah.
It's not the big drama idea. But it's going to shift into that. More and more if you allow it. But that's okay. See, you can come here and have a lifetime of grief, a lifetime of greed, a lifetime of pain, suffering, regret, sorrow. You can choose any definition in your mind and live it out. Because you're God. And see, it's not a waste of time because it only actually took about, a blink of an eye. Yeah, life's over. Life's over. Here and gone, that quick. Okay, to you, the higher self. In and out burger. Oof, gone. And that's it. But in time, you give yourself the memory of a lifetime. And that's the beauty. So you can fill it with the ideas of the illusion, or you can fill it with the ideas of dissolving the illusion to remember yourself. Next time around, you'll be an unbridled God. Or you could do that on this lifetime and just let go of all veils and become a God on earth. I mean, what you guys deem as an ascended master, that kind of idea. But that's not necessary. That's not a goal. That's not an achievement. It's what you are. So find Philip, and you can't replace it with ideas of conjuring up of what else would be enough or what else would be better for me, because you're trusting the I am that you are, and that's God. That's God. Go look in the mirror and say, that's God. Okay, so I'm going to start choosing me. And when you know you want to get up and get out and go. Choose it once. Once turns into two, three. Just like you spiraled yourself down into becoming an excuse of why not to interact, you'll spiral yourself back up, in your words, to why you should interact. Okay? Because your focus is that of God, and you get the opportunities to keep doing that. It's not because it's a wonderment of someone else doing it to you. It's because that's what you're choosing life to be, because you're God. That's what's valid to you, higher than the expectations of anything else that you have in your world and limitation. It's fucking epic. Make sense?
Yeah, it's the actual hearing of it
Yes, and that's why you interacted like this. That's awesome. Don't be afraid. That's what you need to do. Because now you feel it. You see it in the sensual vibration of a reflection in you, and that's meaning, that's quality. You're like, fuck, okay, I got it. Because sometimes you just can't trust that higher self. You can't trust that mind because it's, non-trustable in many actions because that's what they taught you, which is another idea. But that's okay because that's now, and it's perfect. Get it?
And on top of that as well, so I mean, with the answer given, what I already knew, I guess, initially, masking it with any type of pills is a permission slip.
Yes.
Which is something that I could do by myself. So I guess it's not a question of if I should or shouldn't, because it's always that free will of choice.
Yes.
But it's not necessary, quite honestly.
No, nothing is necessary, ever. Necessity is an idea of a definition of importance for an outcome achievable in comfort, in A, in B, in C, in accomplishment. Whatever you did, define it as. That's what it is. That's what necessary is. There's no necessary until you deem it necessary, and you get to deem it necessary because you got it. It's perfect.
Sure. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you for shooting the shit with us.
Okay, so we still have 3 people to go. Do you need a breather?
No, let me pee real quick, and then we'll finish up these last 3 because we're coming up on 3 hours.
Okay.
All right, let me go TT again.
So, Kristen, did you ask for the ass kicking just as well as me?
Oh man, that was good. I needed to hear that ass kicking because I was right there with you. I'm so glad Sarah asked that, not me.
Oh, so I had to do it for you then.
Oh, yeah.
I was getting the answer the whole time right before I answered the question.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I was like, I didn't know I even had that question until you were asking. I was like, oh, that was good. I needed to hear that. Yeah, Effie, yes, I will enable your mic and video. I'll try. Let's see. Unmute your audio.
Coolio.
All right, Effie, go ahead and go. I can't make. Oh wait, here I'm going to ask to start your video, and that should have given you an. There we go. You're upside down. Right on. That a girl. I like it.
Oh my god. That happens.
Hi, Effie.
Okay, we're good without video.
Oh, come on. I like you upside down.
Hey, Roxie.
Hi, baby. How are you?
I'm really good. And shout out to Sarah. We had a hangout together doing light languages a couple of months ago. Just wanted to say hi to you. I don't know if you remember me.
How can I forget you? Yes, I remember you, darling. How are you?
No, that was for Sarah Oxidine.
Oh, yes, Sarah. I'm sorry.
Why are you laughing? All right. So my question is how I don't understand what I'm doing, and
Perfect.
I'm just keeping myself in the same fucking place. Although I'm
Okay, stop. I don't understand what I'm doing. I replied perfect. Don't discount that.
All right.
Admit to yourself, hi, I'm here on Earth hurling myself through a space and have no idea where I'm going. I just want to let everyone know, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. Perfect. Then you could stop trying to figure the game out, which is control, which is limiting. Make sense?
Well, I haven't known what I'm doing for a while now, and I'm getting
good. What's wrong?
Because I want to get out of where I am right now, and it feels like I've been stuck here forever. And
Because you want to get out. That's why. No one does it for you. But as long as you're lacking Effie, you're now, that becomes your reality. Do you understand? Since I want to get out of here, that means this now blows. And if this sucks, what are you telling the mirror? Give me more suck. And then you're surprised why it hasn't changed. Because no one's going to rescue you. No one's going to sweep in and be the fairy godmother. That doesn't happen. You are the god here. You have to say, okay, I'm okay with where I am now, but you keep choosing that this place is a shitstorm and you're wondering why it's not getting better. This is what the idea is. You need to find the fun in the now in your world, because there's not one reality, not one, ever, in all the nows that is other than unconditional perfection, love.
Yeah.
And that's your view of it. And since it's not the expectations of what life is supposed to be, you tell the mirror vibration. It doesn't speak words. It doesn't listen to dreams. It doesn't have hopes. It speaks one language, and it's called fucking vibration. And if you are in that vibration of, I need to be more than or different than because this is that, that's lack. And you give yourself that continuation over and over again. So what do? You need to find the fun in the now and stop missing or hoping and getting pissed at yourself for what you're not, and start to understand what you are, the God that you are now, and find the love in the bliss in the moment to create a reality of unbelievable joy. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Let's go along this round. This is good shit. Okay, ready? Effie, let me ask you this. Where are you that you don't like? Is it the physical space or the people around you? Effie.
Kind of both.
Okay, so where would be better?
I want to travel and meet people of a certain community that I've been connecting with. So
Okay.
it's
That's your highest joy, is to travel and meet people.
Yeah.
But you can't meet people where you're at, huh? Because all people there suck, huh?
You hear that often, huh? Okay.
I hear that through you. You didn't even know what you have in the world around you, because your view of your world around you is not what you want, what you expect, what you need that would bring you happiness. So you create that, and everything that's opportune to you as a relevant reality of fun, you reject. Same idea as Joey. You bat it away from you because it doesn't fit your construct of what other could be fun. What is there that I need to make this self, that self, happy? That's time. That's illusion. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I want to understand why I manifested myself broke.
You didn't manifest this. You chose this. You didn't manifest it for you to teach a lesson. It's showing you this is who you are. You're thinking you're blaming your higher self. Don't blame the fucking higher self for this. This is your choice of how to view the beautiful reality around you. If you know every reality is perfect, then why do you think the higher self or something else chose this for you? They didn't. You choose the perfect world, but you're viewing it as not perfect. Do you see that or no?
I just want I'm getting what you're saying. I just want to understand why I have this bad relationship with money. I want to understand that.
Ah, there you go. Now we're talking. Why you have a bad relationship, money? What's your cultural background?
Yeah, it is the cultural background.
But what is it?
It's what
Where are you from?
Experienced in my
No! Where are you from?
Cyprus.
Cyprus. Elinika, ne?
Nah.
Okay. You know about the Greek culture. Money is dirty. Money is bad. You don't deserve it. You're not this. You're living in a culture of beliefs. That's all it is. You're so mad at it. How about this? I deserve money. I'm allowed to have money. I'm going to go spend my money so I can get more money to spend. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But you're scared.
Yeah, I am.
But you're scared of time. You're not scared in the now. You're never scared in the now because that's danger. Ha! There is no fear in the now except the fear in time that you create in the now as the illusion of time.
How do I stop myself from getting up in all this shit that I give myself every
Because
time?
you gave yourself an idea of amnesia. Ta-da! You didn't do it to yourself on purpose. You chose to be an amnesian idea of humanity that covets as you grow, and that's what you're now realizing of the limitations of humanity. So are you getting pissed you chose to even come here?
Final Fantasy Brave Exvius Ramu.
Sorry. Yeah, I am. I have been. You can feel it. I'm not gonna lie. I want to understand how to allow myself to create an income for myself without.
No. Okay, stop. Not an income. You can't understand anything from the now. In theory, I can't fix your future. Here's what I can offer. Be now and know that abundance is coming. And abundance comes in forms of money, gifts, offerings, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, a whole bunch of stuff. But if you say it's income, then that's your expectation of reality, and that's the only way, and then you will conform yourself to one line of making money, and that's called an income. And then what's ever definable in your reality as means to get an income becomes the way you choose it. A job, I have to go and get this or do that. That's what an income is to you. Or you just say, fuck it, I have all the abundance I need right now, and let me follow my joy instead of fearing what I need to do to create an income. And my joy creates incomes, abundance, because I'm God on a holodeck, plugging it in as I go and shifting my world as I see.
Yeah, that resonates and it got through to me. Thank you.
Are you sure?
I am, yes.
Booyah. That's it. You got to be now. There's no time. Everything is in time is fear of the future, but you got to go back to the loving now. But we talk about this in time, in this idea, so we can see our own limitations. That's what we need to see. I got to know the way out of my own prison. And if I have no lights on, I can't find my way out. I keep bumping my head against the fucking wall.
Yeah,
That's what we do.
Yeah, that's exactly the expression that I've been thinking, yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome, Effie. Love you, darling.
Love you.
Second.
All right. Victoria and then Xavier.
Hey, missed you.
Darling, what's up?
So someone was talking about channeling or talking with themselves earlier, but then I got kind of kicked out of the room and I had to come back in. So I don't know if it was talked about. So I've been talking with myself more and more. And you know, I've heard watching some of Roxy's stuff to just allow whatever's coming up just to flow. Just let it go. And then different frequencies will come in. Because sometimes I'll like be asking myself a question and the thoughts that come up, I'm wondering if they're like ego thoughts or if they're subconscious thoughts or if they're all thoughts to just be paying attention to. I'm wondering what's relevant.
I have no idea what you're trying to ask. Could you just please fucking ask the question? What are you asking? Are there thoughts?
I don't know how.
Yes, you do. That's what you're decorating with. Are there thoughts of what? Stop thinking. Stop. See, you're thinking and you're trying to make it perfect.
All thoughts are the higher self.
Yes, 100%. Distorted by the belief system that you think you are. You judge them as egoic, you validate egoic. You judge them as a limitation of yourself, perfect. Awareness of those thoughts. That's why you can't be afraid of your thoughts. Don't be afraid of what you tell yourself to do. Higher self says, go to California. Go to California. Don't be afraid of yourself, because that's the whole game. Once you love yourself, you can't be afraid of the outside, because there is no outside. It's all a mirror. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Yes. Baby, don't be afraid of your thoughts. Don't judge your thoughts as good or bad or egoic. Recognize the illusion in you, the fractal coveting self. That's not a self. That's not a self. It's not its own identity. An ego doesn't have a mind that tricks you or plays jokes on you or fucks you up. It doesn't. It's you validating belief systems within the idea of the two minds. The coveting mind of separation and the higher mind. Bringing the two mind, not even egoic and let's say, or logical and what's the intuition mind. Not that mind. The mind of the whole of this and the mind of the whole of that. Bringing the mind of your belief systems, creating an identity mind to let's say, recognize it and dissolve it to become the whole again. That's all you're doing. But you have to understand it through experience. Theory will kick your ass until you die. Act upon your thoughts and live the game. Live it, Vicky. How old are you?
20, I don't know, 28, I forget. 28.
Okay, you're 28 years old. Child! 28. You got 60 years of living left. At least. 60 years. When are you going to start living? Or when are you going to stop hesitating, paralyzing yourself off a theory and that logical mind is trying to figure out eternity? Stop.
It's not so much thoughts that I'm acting on or not acting on. It's not those kind of thoughts. It's just when I'm like hearing myself and listening to myself, and sometimes like a thought from like the Bible will come in or something because I grew up Catholic, and that's not.
So what? Isn't Catholic creation? Catholic is love. Catholic is love. Buddhism is love. Taoism is love. Muslim is love. It's how you view it. You're beating up your thoughts. That's what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying, why is that in my reality? That's not valuable. I don't see, because I'm always trying to figure this game out. If it's not relevant in the moment, Vicky, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Stop trying to figure it out on how it's supposed to be. Do you see? You're controlling the whole fucking game on how and whys. Can you just let go? Take your foot off the gas once again and coast on home. Do you see it, baby?
Yeah.
To the best of the self. But see, right now, you in and of itself are saying it's not plausible enough, and that's thinking. Now you recognize you're still thinking. That's the beauty of your own evolution. Have fun with it.
Woohoo! All right, Xavier. Save the best for last.
Baby,
I'm going to unmute you. Go.
That's a lot of responsibility. It's a simple question, really. My question is, why a friend is keep showing up in my dream? His name is Ezekiel.
Why is he channeling your dream?
No, he keep showing up in my dreams.
Why not?
Ezekiel.
Why not?
Because we are no longer together. I don't see it often, Ezekiel.
Okay, who's Ezekiel? Ezekiel is
a friend from school. From high school.
Okay. So Ezekiel is a friend of high school. Why is he coming to your dreams?
Yeah.
Where is he?
I don't know.
But how about allowing it to know and watch him come back to your world? Would you like to see Ezekiel again?
Yeah.
Okay, that's one probability. Now here's another probability. Does Ezekiel in your dreams bring up remembrances of your interactions with Ezekiel, leading to different idea memories that you couldn't get to any ideas to show yourself a part of yourself you forgot? So you look for meaning, high meaning, something definable that would be worthy of meaning. Or you just say, oh, well, look what it did. I'm dreaming of Ezekiel. He's a friend in the past. We were in high school. And then the thoughts start to flow and the remembrance start to come in. Or I don't understand. So let me just let go and see what happens. If it's relevant, you will know. And it'll make itself apparent known. But maybe he'll just come and knock on the door one day. Right?
Huh.
Plus, he's a friend, is he not?
Yeah.
See, when you wake up, you think Ezekiel is over there in time. Ezekiel's right here and now. Just like every day, Ocyphius, me, Sly, Roxy, is right in your head every day. All you have to do is just turn and go hi. When the thought comes in, I'm there. When the thought comes in, Jezebel's there. When the thought comes in, Tommy's there. When the thought comes in, Kristen's right there in your mind. So Ezekiel's right there because everything, Xavier, is what? Here and now. Make sense?
Yeah.
So, oh, okay, I get it. Okay, I'm having a dream about Xavier. What's going on with that? Or, sorry, Ezekiel, what's going on with that? Okay, I don't know. He was a friend, with memory, and then maybe your thoughts just start to flow. When you take off the construct of trying to find the meaning of things, then your thoughts could just flow on their own. They just release themselves. They can. That's when the imagination flows in, and now the moments are untethered. That's when opportunity or frequencies are allowed to come in because you're not scoping them to a definable reason why. And if it doesn't fit the construct of this little tiny bubble called why, you don't get to see everything else around you. Make sense? Good shit. You good?
Well, maybe one more question.
Go ahead, baby. He's like, maybe I have one more. Maybe. I'm not sure. Let me. I love you. Go ahead, darling.
I'm currently living in Florida right now, Ocala. I used to live.
Florida?
Yes.
Well, get together with Sarah and get together with Svetlana and get together with Michelle McKay. You guys have a big party. Awesome. Go ahead.
I used to live in Puerto Rico. I'm originally from Puerto Rico.
Yes. Go ahead.
So I like it here. So I moved here with my mom.
Okay.
I was living in some place. And then the kitchen one day caught fire. I was really very afraid. It was very scary on the fire
Yes,
to the
okay.
roof.
Yeah.
And my mom was panicking. I was like, this is, well, yeah. Well, what did happen? Why the fire from?
Where are you now?
Still in Ocala, another place very close.
Okay. Other place.
Yes.
There you go. See? Leave that place to go to this place. That's one reason. Leave it alone. Don't mess with the reality was. Love the beauty of what reality is. Why things happen to you, who gives a shit? Let me ask you a question. Are you okay right now?
Yeah, I was really afraid. It was more serious. I was like fire. I was like, shit.
And there was some excitement with the fire. It's like, whoa!
Oh.
Shit! How fun! And now you're not there. Now you're here and now. Where are you in Florida?
In Ocala.
Ocala?
Ocala.
Ocala. Do you know where that is, Sarah?
It's about 4 hours away.
Cool. And you're still in
Miami.
Miami. Yeah. Okay, good. Awesome. So don't worry about why. You're here and now. See?
I like it here more because all the store are closed. The mall is, I can walk to there.
Wow, let's make your life easier.
Everything.
Why? Coolio. That's all we got, yep.
Yep, that's it. Good job.
Well, one more time, down in the chat, if you want to donate, right there. Also, Kristen,
Yes.
Losing Weight with Dragons, has her own website. Find her on Facebook. Give me a website. Put something in there for them.
I'm doing that.
She got
Fun
big
with, it's
fat
easy.
idea
It's fun with dragons.
Fun with Dragons. Okay, there's ideas out there to experience, and go and play in the playground you choose to. Go with Fun with Dragons. Donate to Roxie if you like. Do what you want to do. Contact us. Reach out to us. Like Victoria did many times, and we love her for it because we expanded together. Roxie, Vicky got to expand together through that creation. Brought a lot of fears up in Roxie, too.
Yeah.
She wanted to help so bad. She wanted to make sure Vicky was okay. But Roxie couldn't do what Vicky was going to do for herself because then Vicky keeps wearing the crutches.
Can I ask you a quick question about that? Because that was kept coming in my mind. So all these people are reflections of Sly?
Sly, Roxie, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, all these issues, all these fears, all of this. Yeah. So there's always there's always some little part of you that's churning.
That you're looking at in a different way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Roxie has everything that you guys have. You know, you guys have everything that whoever you perceive has in yourself. When you see it as love, it's gone. Roxy, this was awesome. I love Sky's Fire. I love.
I think that was supposed to be Sly.
Yes, Sly's Fire. Yes, Julian, Christiana. Raw.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Guys,
that was awesome.
Bring back Roxy, and we'll see you in the next now. Don't be surprised if I pop into a dream.
Wee.
Like Big O, he does that a lot too. Love you guys.
Mwah. Bye, Sly. Thank you, Sly.
You're welcome.
If any of you guys want to unmute yourself,
unmute.
you can.
Unmute everyone.
Yeah. That's a dangerous
guys.
thing to do.
Thank you.
Hi.
We got fun.
Very exciting.
Tommy.
Very fun.
It sounded like it farted. That was not a roar.
That was a roar. Do it again.
That was a That's a fart. That is.
Awesome. Good, guys. Awesome time.
That was.
Everybody out there, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. No worries, Don. You guys good?
Yeah.
Of course.
Coolio.
Great. It was awesome.
When you stop with the belching, I'm trying to say goodbye.
Great.
You were doing it for 3 hours.
So, you guys, right. So I'll look this up on YouTube. It'll be downloadable from there. And what else? Next Friday's channeling, or next Wednesday. I think that's about it. If you need to get a hold of me, rswainhart@gmail.com. And also the website, you can contact me that I left there in the chat too. If you need me, I'm here. And let's keep rocking the ascension. And I love you guys. And guess what? I know what we are. So this is fucking awesome. Thank you all for let's doing this together and just ascending an entire fucking species. Don't tell me we're not fucking badasses.
Love it.
All right, guys. Hey, Kristen, you want to turn it back over?